just a hip hop nerd. I stepped to the stage and things got weird.
Absolutely.
I don't know, co-conspirators, people talking, people saying there's been a bunch of healthcare providers who have purposely spoiled doses of the coronavirus vaccine.
What?
My conspiracy theory is that these are Trumpers who worked for the health department before the vaccine was made, and now they're handling these large shipments of the vaccine, and already a whole bunch of times the vaccines have gone missing purposely.
Yeah. Intriguing that the
A whole bunch of
vaccine
times.
appears right at
It
the end
is.
of Trump's reign, and yet, well, he's still technically in charge. Suspicious.
Got all the vaccines.
There was a pharmacist
Then you
who
got all the vaccines.
believes that the vaccines are tainted with G5
believes that,
microchips and
the
bullshit like that,
are
and
tainted with
the pharmacist like
microchips,
tainted the
bullshit like that, and the pharmacist like
tainted it.
I let
Tainted
Bill
the-
Gates and Melinda
audio's
Gates trip me.
Dragging
They
big
can trip
time.
me
Oh my
up.
god, it's like a bad acid trip.
I think they're great philanthropists. Like, they can throw some microchips in me. I don't mind.
Hey, I mean, the sooner we replace
just
humans with
turning off-
robots, the sooner the world can continue, not be dying. So
Horrible.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
absolutely.
I'm very
Horrible.
post-human. I'm
Transhumanist.
Post-human.
I'm post-human.
You're post-human. How can
Post-human.
you be post-human? That's ridiculous. You're already in the future, Jason. That's how post-human you are.
I'm a post-humanist, I guess I should say.
Your
Post-humanist.
Definitely over
mindset
people.
is post-human. You're a post-humanist.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I'm done with them. I know that's not
Yeah,
what it
the
means, but I am.
post-human,
I'm done with them. People in general. People, I'm done with them. Today I gave a massage and I did a good job. I got like 15 return clients now at my new job, and then my second, who's this dear darling woman I give good massages to and comes back. She's running late, and she calls the studio and she says, "Oh, I have to quarantine because one of my students had COVID." So that means the lady I was massaging would have come in who maybe had got COVID, who hadn't been tested yet. So I'm all shook up from my toes to my nose. But at least she didn't come in, so at least she was responsible. So at least she did that.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't. A lot of people are out there trying to corrupt doses of the vaccine as they come in. And I think this is some kind of movement to derail the healing process that's led by Trump. What do you guys think about that? Do you think these are all Trumpers who are spoiling and robbing all these doses left and right?
What would their I struggle to think what else their motivation would
God.
be if it wasn't political.
Maybe they're sick. Maybe they have COVID.
But they're you say they're tainting them, not like stealing them,
Maybe.
right?
Tainting them
I don't
how?
know.
So that
Maybe a
something gets
mixture.
into people?
Make sure that
Like-
So that it can't be used at all.
Like peeing into the bottle, I think, and then shaking it back up and putting it back.
I don't know.
The worst.
I'm trying to like think about it, and all that I'm really getting is that people do really weird
Like
things
peeing into
when
a
they're
bottle.
living from a place of fear, and a lot of these
Mm-hmm.
Trump people are living from a place of fear.
Mm.
Yeah, hopefully we can heal this country, or like maybe just reconstitute it, given its history. But yeah, shit's wild right now. You got Trumpsters on the one side.
Welcome to Western Mass. There we go.
Okay.
Sorry. I
No,
was
go
just
ahead.
trying to intro it.
No, it's great. I'm into
All
it.
right. Welcome to episode 23 of Western Mass Comedy Group. Stay in the loop, you Snoop. Boop, boop, boop. We got me. I'm Ezra Pryor. We got Jason Gallagher, head of the tech department. Funny
Hello.
guy. We got Ryan Arnold, stand-up comic. We got Steve Yarbro, star of Mary Mother Jones Band. and we got Jocelyn from her Pokemon Go YouTube page, funny podcast
my
videos.
Yuto channel.
You guys, that was
Snoozy
practicing those lines for
Games.
the last 2 hours.
Yuto.com/Snoozy Games. Look it up. On goggle.com.
There we go.
Cool.
Goggle or Google?
I think it's
I think
either
it's-
one.
I think it's. I've heard it. I've heard it both ways.
If you type goggle into your search bar, Google will come
Doesn't
up.
matter. Either will work.
Tomato, you know?
It's
Have
maybe
you-
it's
are you-
Google/Google.
Are you on Gurgle?
It is what you make it.
don't
You're
don't
thinking-
search
Oh,
me
I'm
on
all
You're
over
Google.
thinking of
Gurgle.
Grinder.
Just do not
Mixing
search
that
me
with
on Google.
epileptics,
No,
Gurgle.
Gurgle is a social media dating app for people who've just been shot in the throat with an arrow.
I want to spend my final moments
It's a
with someone who gets me and who likes to hike.
So bitch.
How embarrassing would it be
at
if it
least
was
you know you got.
two guys who just
Yeah.
dueled and shot each other in the necks with arrows?
And then they match.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, so they were using swords and shooting each other at the same time? So that would be crazy.
Well, I just
Shot
said they're
each other.
dueling.
Like
They could,
one arm
do
with a
both,
sword
yeah.
and one with a gun, so you'd be swinging the knife and shooting the gun at the same time. I'm just saying that'd be pretty sick.
yeah, that sounds like some GI Joe
Could do
shit.
that. Yeah, it'd be a mixture of mixed martial arts, sword swinging, and left hooks. And Joe Frazier left hooks, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this is I don't know. This is a good thing. Are you guys getting through this week okay? How you been doing, Jocelyn?
oh, what me? I've been pretty good.
Yeah.
I cut my hair. I cut myself some bangs.
You
Like
cut your hair?
yeah.
Oh,
These
there
are
you go.
bangs that did not exist before. I did what
Yeah, those
everyone.
bangs are a banging. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I did what everyone did like 10 months
Oh, you're
ago when
welcome.
quarantine first started and just cut bangs and just went for it.
I do not
And-
have the bravery to cut my own hair anymore. When I was a
Oh.
young anarchist,
I cut my sideburns.
was into it.
yesterday.
It's all about anarchy for me.
yeah, I
Mhm.
just can't anymore. I'm like almost.
Anarchy and
I'm gonna be 40
symmetry.
next year.
Symmetry and
I need to look-
anarchy.
I need to look approachable.
This is
Thank
what
you.
happens when you mix your politics with your hair, with your barber salon. You end
I
up
like to have all my
arguing over
organizational
Israel-Palestine and
structures
shit like that.
horizontal and all of my bangs vertical.
Hell yeah. Arboreal
Good thing.
structures when it comes
Yeah,
to
that makes
haircuts,
sense.
but rhizomatic structures when it comes to relationships. I'm all about that.
Getting
Yes.
rhizomatic.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I don't even know what that means.
Busting out some words. I've never heard rhizomatic. Are you sure? If we were playing Scrabble, I'd say rhizomatic. Will you look that up? See if that's a word.
It
Is
sounds
that
like
I'm just
a kind of a mattress that comes up like a Posturepedic. Like,
I have no idea
Like-
what it means.
come get our sale on mattresses. We've got the Rhizomatic for only $2,000, and you can't flip it because it only flips one way or the
It
other.
rise.
That's a
it'll
good
just
idea.
Automatic
go better than
rise.
nothing. It'll just rise.
It rises and
It's got an
droops
automatic
back.
rise.
Rise and fucking shine. Get
Right?
up.
So the bed. Yeah. It's gentle and supportive, and yet when it needs to be hard and knock you out of
Yeah.
bed.
So
It's
A
strong
rhizome
enough-
is a
That'd be
root
fun.
structure for those
It's
curious.
strong enough for a
You gotta
man,
train your
made for
bed.
several men. The Rhizomatic.
yeah.
like
That you're
me.
gonna be your auto. That'd be a good auto bio. If you lived your life that way and that was the headline, that probably would have been a decent life. A life worth living.
Man, I love that niche product idea for like a bed that just sees a lot of action. Like,
It just gets rad, yeah.
yeah.
It's always, yeah, you never know what it might. It's not sexual or anything. It just might bounce that way. It's like got like a random function to it, basically. That
Yeah,
sounds
it's just a
awful,
lot of-
actually. That's
lot of
a random function to it. I don't know what my
Totally.
bed's gonna do from 1 minute to the other.
it's like it's actually
just
somewhat
an
dangerous.
automatic system. It's got like a pulse. Yeah, the
randomized
mattress has a life.
I've lost
function.
several lovers to it
It
now.
happens.
I'm just picturing it like,
Into
you know,
its folds.
Junction.
Yeah.
The cops come like, this was the last place she was seen.
Oh my
And you're
word.
like, the Rhizomatic? And they're like, ugh, not another one. It's so sad. Okay.
we see one of these cases at least every month, and
Yeah.
it's getting worse and worse.
Damn, lost another one to the
Oh,
Rhizomatic.
They did find a dead body in a mattress on the side of the road like 10 years ago, like inside one of those pop-up beds. They found a dead body in one. So that could
That's why you should
Dead bodies
always
on
pick up
mattresses all
mattresses
the
on the
time.
side of the road.
3 bodies.
Yeah,
there might be a dead dude inside of it. Yeah.
See?
Family might
that
need
is a good way to hide a dead body.
Put it in the free
Yeah,
pile.
or he murdered the guy.
No,
I don't
put it
think they
inside
know.
of like
I
a
don't think they
mattress.
figured it out.
Just leave the mattress out. Like no one's gonna want to look in there. No one's gonna check the
Like, make
mattress.
sure it's wet. Like, hose the mattress down.
Yeah.
No one will want a wet
Yeah.
mattress.
Of course, no one looked inside it. It's a fucking no one looked inside it because it was probably in a swampland down in Florida, and no one's gonna be like, oh, I better check that moldy mattress over there. Oh, someone! I don't even know why someone did it, and I don't know if it's lucky that they did. It's just an awful time. You know? That's what I'll say about that news headline. Just an awful time.
News headline from 10 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait,
busting your chops a little bit.
was that the news?
Busted.
I heard that you
No,
were going to
it's
do
true.
a news
I don't know
headline.
anything.
Turn it off.
Chops, consider
Oh,
yourselves
I already
busted.
did. It was about the spoiled. It was
That
about
unnamed
the.
person being found
I
in the bathroom
did.
10
It
years
was-
ago. The news
I
headline.
knew you were gonna give me shit. I knew it wasn't gonna be interesting no matter what. But it was about the spoiled doses. I'm saying I think Trumpers. I'm saying some conspiratorial shit. I thought maybe someone had thought about these doses that have been poisoned a lot in the last few days. There's a ton of.
I think it
cases
was
of people
QAnon that
intentionally
did it.
Fucking poisoning doses.
The screen that Jason's
Why?
frozen at, it just looks like he's like been coming for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, the frame rate is pretty abhorrent right now on my camera. But at least you can see my face.
Yeah.
How come your camera never works? Because this is like 10 weeks in a row. Your camera.
Well, I
You need,
install
like,
a new.
stronger lens or
Do
something.
you honestly want to know? Because I could explain it to you what's happening.
I want to know.
See. Damn.
No, I
'Cause-
mean.
Part of the issue,
Yeah.
you don't actually want to know why it's happening, but
Did you installed
Whoa.
the drivers and they don't work with the current OS or like something like that?
something along those
Dude, I
lines.
hate drivers.
It's partially because the modem has been it's been the same modem for like almost 10 years, and it's like an AB 802.11 AB instead of like the like I think it's like
Oh,
in
the
G
newest
now or
Wi-Fi?
something. Yeah. So
Okay.
You're coming through it.
I
At
think
the
Jason
lower
was right. We didn't
broadband-
want to know.
yeah, you really don't. That's what I'm saying. But with lower broadband rates and newer like
Oh,
Wi-Fi
dragging big time.
cards, the cards can knock each other off. So if more than one person is using a Wi-Fi card at the same time in a house on a network from a router that's like outdated, that'll like cause basically my computer, it seems like what's happening is my computer kicks off somebody off of the network, and then I get to be on it for a sec, and then their computer kicks me off of the network, and then they get to be on it for a sec. So when you see this like stuttering effect with the image, it's that like bouncing around. And so right now I have my camera through my iPhone, and the Wi-Fi is doing the same thing. So if I turn off my Wi-Fi, I might see some 3G, which might actually improve my frame rate. So we'll give that a shot. But
Oh, look at you moving.
hey guys,
Yeah, there we go.
Hi, Jason.
sorry to bore you with the non-comedy on
Acting
the
like it
comedy
couldn't
podcast.
happen.
No,
No,
that's cool.
that was perfect timing because you
I don't
finished
even
it out
have
and
a
then there
Wi-Fi
you were like
card
with
in my
explanation.
PC. I
That was
tried to
great.
install one. I took it apart,
Now you're stuck again.
plugged it right into the motherboard, took out the back piece of the chassis. Should have been all working.
Okay.
I bought 2 different things. Each one of them had a little
Mm.
like antenna. Neither of them worked. So now I just plug it straight into the modem wherever I am. So
Yeah, my desktop is
Right.
hardwired like that. I haven't actually tried the Wi-Fi card
Everything's
on it, but
lagging.
yeah, definitely talking it through helped me come up with a solution. But the lagging is going to happen again. I think partially it's Discord having bugs and stuff, but you know we're doing the best we can with what we have.
We're rugged.
Sound like RoboCop.
yeah, that's that 2020 spirit we're
We're
carrying
rugged
over into
and ripping it.
2021.
We'd be like Tom Waits.
We're
Ain't
all
nothing
rugged.
can stop us.
We're just keep doing it. Yeah, it doesn't
We
even
got
have
that
to be that
can-do
great.
spirit, like
It
a
doesn't have to be
bag
that great
full.
if you just keep doing it. I believe in that.
A bag
We're-
through it full of what?
Yeah,
I was gonna say immigrants, like
bag
plucky,
full of great,
like plucky
nuts.
immigrants whose spirits
bullets.
can't be quelled. You know, we're just like,
Yeah.
hey, we're just strong and we keep going, even though like our legs have been cut off, our entire families died of dysentery in the
Or
boats.
in this bag.
All we had was a single potato for the last. I don't even.
Mexicans.
I'm being
Lot of-
ambiguous, but why would the Mexicans have potatoes? They have
Don't nibble on potato.
They have Mexican
Tomatillos.
jumping potatoes.
No, the Mexicans don't want to. Mexicans are trying to
fritas.
go back to Mexico.
Papas fritas.
I would too.
Papas are potatoes in Spanish.
Papatos?
Papas, yeah.
That's a
Papa
potato.
fritas? Isn't that something? Isn't that like rice and beans or something? Potatoes. Oh, okay.
French fries, papas
Hamburger.
fritas. Sorry.
Futak.
La canción. Fruta. La comida. La comida.
Y la comida.
All right, this is off to a rip
muchas
roaring
palabras
start, you
de la
guys.
comida.
You want to,
fun.
Me
This is
too.
a lot of fun.
Can I read you guys? So, we're having a hoot right here. I promised a snake fight. We do have there was an epic new video, and I'm not going to enjoy
Yes.
it. I'm going to feel bad enjoying it the same way with any fight, because it's not like I want to see two snakes fight each other out when everyone's already trying to take them down to begin with, you know. But
We're
as a
about to
fan of
watch an
snakes,
epic snake
you got to
fight.
watch to at least have an opinion about it.
This is so exciting.
I'm trying to load it up. Yeah, trying to load up the epic.
You guys should have voted whether or not snakes were tight, because now we don't have enough user-generated content. I can't. Maybe I should have a GIF feed then.
Oh God, the spiders? No. Oh.
Yeah, the spiders weren't. But
Ah, okay, Joker, like it. This is taking me on a journey.
yeah,
All
it's
right.
a
snake
story.
video popped up.
What's Pokemon? That big one.
That's
see
Snorlax.
that?
No, that right? Yeah.
Snorlax? Okay. I'm trying to
Y'all
learn
ready
their names
for the snake fight?
for my.
That's the only one I know because he
For my
eats
Yuko
1,000 pounds
channel.
of food and sleeps for a year. And I was like, that's a cool guy that does that. I wanna who's
This is all I had ready.
Please,
This is all
can
I
you
had
post
prepared.
that
That
for
and hot
me?
cops.
Yeah, are you ready to do the picture sharing? Because you gotta share your
Just carry
screen.
on. Oh, here we go. Hold on.
This show's tightly edited, right?
Yeah.
I see Yarbro.
Hi, Jocelyn. How you doing?
Pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to
It's
see
been a
you.
pretty tight week. Yeah.
Did you have a good New Year's Eve?
Yes. It was actually the best New Year's Eve I've ever had
Oh,
because Woozy and I both fucking goddamn hate New Year's Eve and everything it stands for. And we both like agreed to go to sleep before it. But then we ended up turning the channel to this channel that like just had like a single camera shot of an empty Times Square with loose confetti blowing from like somewhere on one side through the streets and like pairs of cops occasionally walking like the perimeter to keep everyone away and just big like all of the ads flashing to emptiness and just it was so depressing and it felt like no one was having any fun anywhere for New Year's Eve and we just
That's
watched that.
did you see
that's
how
awesome.
they had like little pockets of people in the crowd, but they forced them all to wear paper top hats that said Planet Fitness on them?
There was a Planet Fitness channel, yes. It was sponsored by Planet Fitness in Puerto Rico.
Oh,
Um,
good.
yeah,
That's
and
cool.
everyone was wearing top hats, yes.
Puerto
And they
Rico
had
has
the wacky
advertisements.
inflatable wavy arm men in the background.
He's playing it from his laptop. I like how they're basically just like locking jaws and flipping around. Yeah, they're pretty clearly worn down. Oh, that is a good idea.
Oh,
Yeah, but snakes
Hope you guys
need more of like a. I don't know. I feel like you need to make the fact that there's snakes in it more obvious.
Okay. Everybody has to go have sex with a snake and then fill out the survey, and we'll ask you, are snakes tight?
Oh, okay.
I stumbled on that one a little bit.
The cloaca.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sorry if the snake video wasn't that good, you know.
That snake
Obviously,
hole
we're working things
It's a
out in the
busy
tech
snake hole,
video,
you know?
tech video department.
Yeah, it's a
They're,
tech.
It's a
they're
good
doing
fight
a lot
video,
of
though, right? I'd
business
say it
through
was
that
a
snake hole.
pretty decent snake fight, if I do say so myself.
Um,
I'm no
I
snake
thought they were
fight
gonna
expert.
arm wrestle.
I like that they were like kind of
Arm wrest-
twirling around.
Hey, good luck. They're just pure biceps.
Right. Like when you're like, hey, check out
Um,
these pythons.
hmm
And then you just
and
throw a
then
python
your
at
two
someone.
biceps.
Do you think snakes don't think it's fair that
That'd be a
people
good
have
move.
2 arms and that's like each one is like the equivalent of a snake? Like it's like
We
we're
got
like
4
a
snakes.
it's like we're made of snakes. You have like a left snake, a right snake.
I just said we're made of fish today. So yeah, it's either fish or snakes, but probably snakes.
That's a good. That should be the next poll on the website. Are people made of fish or snakes?
It's a real A-B.
You are what you eat.
A, B,
Yeah.
C, maybe. I always add in maybe or for C. You know, I always like to give. Sometimes you don't want
I've been watching a lot of tag team
The vaccine's
wrestling.
going out quickly and efficiently enough to people in Massachusetts, to the healthcare workers who need them. Apparently not. Apparently not. Who's to blame for that? Who's to blame for that, Steve?
I wasn't really paying attention. Sorry. What? There's a two-headed snake that I can
Oh my
see.
god, this is murderously awful. A two-headed snake that you can see?
It's murderously awful. Does that
You're
mean that
telling
you?
me there's a snake that was born
Talk
with
about
two
working
heads?
as a team, like that two-headed snake.
Yeah.
It's like they work as one.
Yeah.
Besides, you think it's gross that it's a two-headed
It's
snake,
true.
but you're not thinking of that two-headed snake's wife and all the sweet double loving she gets.
We don't even know what's on the other side. Could be more
Right?
snakes down there.
What if snakes on snakes? It's like
Nice.
turtles on turtles with snakes on snakes. Except it
Yeah.
goes in circles.
Do both the heads have
Oh
to
my
eat?
lord.
Right. If they try and do like an Ouroboros thing, like which mouth gets to like
Lady and the
suck some
Tramp
dick or whatever they do.
situation.
It's probably
Yeah.
specific to like the skill sets of each mouth. Like
Yeah.
I'll type in who sucks whose dick.
The one on the left looks a little bit more
That's
crooked.
This
yeah,
time
but that
you
can be
get the
good.
ass.
they take turns getting the ass.
Why did Can I tell you guys something funny? In my YouTube search engine, one of the pop-up suggestion is WLW TikToks for my baby gays.
Oh,
That sounds
TikToks for
adorable.
my baby gays. Yeah, I get it. I just think like, wow,
TikToks for
baby
baby
gays.
gays.
Baby gays. Yeah, I guess count me in as no.
yeah,
I don't talk
You
about
a
that.
baby
discovered
gay can definitely
something?
be like a
Are you a
Maybe
baby
gay.
closeted man. I think. I
Maybe
don't know.
gay, baby gay. Yeah.
Maybe gay
You go
baby.
from a baby
Well,
gay to a baby gay.
can I ask a political question? A politically
Okay.
charged, opinionated question?
Oh,
Wait.
Last one though.
controversial yet
No, I
creative
don't want to.
opinion.
No, I don't want to know. Actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to go down dark path that I began
Fine, it
in
was me.
December
I
that I'm
voted
still
for
working my
Trump
way from.
twice.
It was Ryan all along. I knew it.
Twice this time, four
Yeah.
times last time.
Yeah. If I was dead, I would have
So,
voted 4 times.
Georgia.
Yeah.
They
Can
counted
I
them
share something
votes
with you
wrong.
guys?
Please do.
No, they did it.
Okay.
Only one way to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same way.
Okay, here we go. Wait, one sec. Okay, wait. Hold on.
Oh hey. Oh hey. Oh
Oh
hey.
yeah.
Steve,
This
did you bring
snake is
any
getting
props?
freaky.
Like
Talk about freaky
Steve, you're
snakes from
supposed
your
to bring a
childhood.
show and tell item. Oh, I have some other stuff prepared just in case I didn't know what to say, which I don't. We need to do a snake fact.
Oh,
Snake
son of a
fact.
bitch.
You guys ready for this?
I emptied out my vape in my one full seltzer instead of my 2 empty seltzers.
Oh,
That's
God.
awful.
Are you ready for
I'll be,
this?
I'll be right back.
I'm
I need
ready.
to get a new
Ryan,
That is
seltzer.
awful.
You're vaping and drinking seltzers? It's like
I'm grateful for grapes. Let's go, Wama. All right, y'all ready for this? All right, here we go. Yeah, I was curious if what free hold music would sound like, because it's already so bad. I found this quick little video. Watch it. That's it. Isn't that great? Yeah, she had a great shirt.
At least when we start? We start in like June or something like that.
Yeah.
I thought we started
June.
pretty June.
Yeah,
We didn't have a May.
right.
We
We've
may
skipped
have.
weeks. We've faked weeks. We've gone, hey, this is
Yeah.
episode 11, when really it was only episode 8 because we wanted people to think that we had done more than. No, I didn't do that, but that would be sneaky.
We're a bunch of
That would be a
bunch of cheeky
sneaky
snakes.
move.
Yeah.
Yeah. First track that appears, track 53. Really, there's only
Lucy and I are on
48 through
episode
53.
33 right now, and I'm like, I wish we had thought of just skipping a bunch.
It's like when you have a briefcase full of money and it's just like there's real hundreds on top, and then all the ones after that are like counterfeit that aren't that good. That's what you make a couple of real episodes of podcasts. Then you have a couple that are 5 minutes long and assume nobody's going to watch all of them. And then once you get into a groove, that's when you start really making podcasts again, because people think you're an old pro. They're like, oh my God, how do you have 1,000 episodes? And it's like, it's easy. They are made automatically by a computer that lives in India.
Punch auto set, punch auto set, punch auto set. That's how podcasts are created. It's true. They're just pumped out all over the interweb. You know?
This is the best GIF I've ever seen. In the group chat.
I'm glad I turned off the images. Some jokester
really
kept on
mesmerizing.
throwing into our group messaging pictures of little boys passed out trying to poop. Cops hoisting things, showing off their quads in midair. We all know cops are hot, you know?
We get it.
Right.
But we haven't found the hottest
We
cops
all know
yet.
cops are hot.
I found my
maniacs.
hottest cops.
Hot maniacs. The
Jillian Anderson. Yeah.
A
They're all hot.
C
No, they're not.
A-H-M.
Exactly. Exactly. In case you needed it spelled out for you, there it is.
C-A-H-M-C.
I feel like you're talking in code of some kind.
That really comes off the tongue nicely, yeah.
All
As
cops
a
are
Irish
hot
poetic
maniac
lilt
cops.
to it. That's a tongue twister, that's for sure.
Trying to bring it
I'd have to
back
write
a
that one
lot.
down 5
Listen,
times.
I was told to watch Maniac Cop, and I did.
You want to talk Maniac Cop? We can go right into Maniac Cop. You guys want to talk? Oh, you want to talk Maniac Cop? We can talk Maniac
Let's get
Cop.
right into it.
I'm down.
Let's get right into it. Episode 23. We chose Maniac Cop, which came out in 1998.
88.
Yes, 1988. Came out in 1988, and it stars Robert Zadar and Bruce Campbell.
Fuck yeah.
And big theme in this one is police brutality. What do you guys think about this movie, Maniac Cop, that we chose to watch? I was a big fan, and it
was a delight.
Relevant social questions.
Amazing.
Lots of relevant social questions.
Wait a minute, guys. We skipped the Where's Steve section.
Well, we know
Steve?
where Steve is. Steve ruined that. You know what? Steve busted up the whole joint. I've been trying to hide it under my sleeve.
Ezra, call Steve.
Somebody get their landline.
Get the man on the
hang
horn.
Hang on.
Just for old time's sake.
You guys know Steve asked to be on the show?
This is so exciting.
It's adorable.
Now I genuinely don't know where Steve is.
It is exciting. We don't know where he is. And when he goes out of sight, you never know what he's up to. He's a wild cat. He's
I think
somebody
He
call
can
him.
appear at any moment.
Somebody, he could appear behind
The
me.
Utah Wildcat. I'm calling him.
If you say his
Not
name
easy,
in the
but I'm
mirror
calling him.
3 times, he will appear.
Doing the right thing's not always easy, but you got to check up on your friend Steve when you know he's been in trouble, hanging out around 7-Eleven trying to bum cigarettes from police officers who he doesn't know don't have any anyways. Out of his mind. Got a couple losing scratchies.
Showing up.
Just puffing down the same Black and Mild, even though the last hit of it was.
You have reached the voicemail box.
Oh.
602.
I hope he's okay. I know that the guy on this video screen isn't actually him. I know it's probably a video. You're talking about a wider video simulation. I think it's just located to Steve Yarbro's section is an Autobot. It's not actually him here with us tonight.
Autobot or a Decepticon? Because I feel like I'm being deceived.
Decepticon, totally, because he disappeared. Yeah, because he just fell out of shot like it was no big deal. So I'd say a Decepticon. He's got exhibiting some elusive behavior tonight, Mr. Yarbro. That's okay.
Let's play Decepticon by LTE Gray.
Can we get that?
I was gonna take. I can actually do that. I was thinking about. We're just there. We're not gonna talk about the movie yet. I'll request or no. What's your song request? I'll put on a song. I thought about that. Now we got a radio station.
It'll get copyright claimed.
Oh no, they don't. Yeah, what's it called, Jocelyn?
You want me to
can
share
just
it? I got
tell
the video
you-
open.
You just tell YouTube not to. You're like, I have rights. I have the rights to it, and then they'll say, "Really?" And you'll be like, "Uh huh."
Promise?
I'm not stealing
Yeah.
their song. I'm just playing it. I'm just playing their song. You don't get sued just for. I don't know what song it is. I'm just typing in Bruce Springsteen.
I'm sharing it on the stream. That was fun.
We should have like a dancing segment. It should be at the end and the beginning. We should have a little
I like
dancing
that.
segment.
Yeah, to kind of focus us a
The
little
end, but
bit.
not the
Dancing
beginning.
section.
Yeah, we're like we just just a little chill out. Play some copyrighted music. Just to, like, kinda
Jocelyn's
say,
a Zumba master. Jocelyn knows whole Zumba routines. Can't fool me. You'll either or just improv.
Is that
Improv
the thing that
dancing.
vacuums your
Doing
floor?
some Latin infused.
That's a Roomba.
the first person to call
Latin
Zumba
infused salsa.
over Zoom, Zumba spelled with 2 O's, was like, I
Racist.
am so clever. I'm gonna get all the sex.
Yeah,
Starting.
he's gonna
starting
zoom right
now.
in. He's gonna zoom. He's probably right too.
A lot of
Was
people
he?
thought
Has
of
his
that.
bio
Yeah.
been written? Has his
But the
current
first
bio
guy was
been
like, oh,
upgraded?
damn.
Find out.
It wasn't. It probably wasn't a guy.
He had it
like
hard.
95% of Zumba instructors are middle-aged women.
Or Robos.
Is there like a spiritual
Robobots.
sort of like
Robobots.
level to Zumba? Like if you go to a Zumba class, are they like, this exercise is going to expand your consciousness? Like,
like yoga.
yeah. Like, do they have that kind of?
It's
Not
like white yoga.
generally. Yoga is white
Ryan makes
yoga. I should
everything
point out.
Which one's whiter, yoga or Zumba?
There's no racial yoga.
God, they're both so white. I really can't choose. Like,
See, I think of yoga as being synonymous with Kripalu, which is the whitest place I've ever been in my entire life.
that's upstate New York, right?
That is in Massachusetts in
Why does
Western
it sound like
Mass.
there'd be lots of frogs there? Sounds like there'd be lots of frogs in Kerpala. I've never liked the sounds of it.
That's
I don't know
like
why. I don't know
It's
why
like
that makes it sound like there'd be a lot of
Professor
frogs there, but-
Xavier's mutant school, but for white ladies that like are figuring out their shit, you know,
Frogs.
and they're like, I just need to eat more cereal and, you know, pet a salamander. I don't know. I do not know what they do. I bet there's crystals involved.
I need to do more back bends.
Yeah.
They live
I don't wanna
there
wear
and
shoes
like
anymore.
work there without payment in like exchange
Don't wear 'em.
for like being allowed to take classes.
I don't think the whole thing's a sex cult,
You
but I
should
think
be-
there's got to be a sex cult aspect to it.
You know,
There's
it.
got to be somebody there who's like, oh, like you have such great bones, and also like I'm full of
Someone's sucking
healing
through, like,
crystal energy.
Yeah. My like my lower chakras are just on fire for your
They're all jammed up.
titty chakras. I don't know.
Titty chakras.
This is how you catch a case, by the way. This is the kind of thing you say as a male therapist if you want to catch a case.
That's right.
I'm sorry. I get uptight about it because I actually have to do intakes with
chakras,
female.
Ezra.
Yeah.
I know you're
Listen,
all
Snoop
about
Dogg.
You know what I have to work on? Yo, hip chakras.
I know you're working on the Reiki and the energy of the chi, but like leave the titty chi
wherever.
alone.
I know. I would never say
flew
I'm
by.
already back on my heels,
Fool
you
me
know, but I
once.
do my job. It's all professional. Nothing about it. I can't even, you know, I'm still careful about it. I don't even say what it is. It's like, what's his name? Voltar from whatever.
Space Ghost?
No, Harry Potter, he whose name we don't say.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Voldemort.
Voltaire.
Don't say his name.
Voldemort.
Oh,
Yeah, so I will.
might as well say Candyman. In the
I did
mirror.
it. I know, it's always a trap.
Oh.
Don't say it like 5 times.
That's the
If you
real.
say-
That's
if
the
you-
real
if you say
Voldemort
one of-
controls. He just makes it so you
If
can't
you say
stop thinking.
Voldemort again, I'm gonna have to summon Candyman to fight him because that's the only one that can defeat Voldemort is Candyman.
One of them's
Shit, that was twice
missing
already.
nose,
There's
one of
no
them's
proof for
missing
this.
an
That's a good guess,
arm
though.
or hand.
Sandman surely is in there.
Well, he's like a god.
True.
That's kind of unfair to
said it 3
Voldemort
times, by the
and
way.
Candyman. Like,
Yeah. Well,
Isn't it?
I mean it's a fight. I guess it should be fair.
Candyman.
be fair.
Should be fair.
It doesn't have to
You're
be.
allowed to care.
There's no
But it's 2
rules.
on 1. That's kind of fair.
Yeah, like God and Voldemort against Candyman, who is a disabled black
God and
man
Voldemort.
missing a
God
hand.
and Voldemort would whoop him so hard. God and Voldemort would whoop him so hard. I'm
Great.
saying.
Did you just
Against,
say
Wait,
against
which
whatever
God are we
the other
talking
match,
about?
what you said
Voldemort?
was like
Is it
What
the
about,
Christian
like,
God or is
2
it one of
goblins
the-
versus 1
It's like a pre-pagan, like primordial concept
Okay.
that exists before Christianity or before organized religion. God.
like
That's
like
where
a
my money
forest
is in this
god?
fight.
If it's
Yeah,
a forest god, I don't know that Candyman has the juice.
Yeah, it's like Morgan Freeman.
summons the leaves. It summons the power of the autumn leaves through its cool breeze. You know, some shit like that.
Picture Morgan Freeman. That's what
I don't know. Oh, we got Morgan Freeman. It's funny you brought up the one really famous celebrity that I was going to say, you will not believe who I got tonight. That would be crazy, right? I definitely
gonna
ask
do
him
an
about
impression?
God because, like, I know he got in trouble, but yeah. God, people for years have wondered, is what we see what it really is? Or is there something outside of it that charges it, something similar to God, which
It sounds more like
constitutes the
James
thing
Brown, I'd say, than
Yeah,
Morgan
The
Freeman.
real
it's a
answer
little bit
of
slower and
Christianity.
lower for Morgan Freeman. Like,
Yeah. For
Christianity.
you. That was awful. Yeah. No, I just wanted to be able to describe it with my words and not have to do it. But yeah, you know, he's not. You know, I didn't prepare for all
What
that.
the
I didn't have the character prepared.
No, that's fair.
You
I
didn't
don't have-
prepare questions for Morgan Freeman.
But yeah.
We probably
No,
shouldn't
no.
have him on
I
if
did
you didn't
prepare
questions.
questions.
I
Just tell him
prepared.
next time.
No.
I prepared.
Steve
Like,
knew the deal. He watched
3
Maniac.
pages
He
of
watched
notes.
Maniac Cop.
Oh, he did? Okay, well then.
Right, Steve? You watched Maniac Cop?
Wait, where is Steve? Steve?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, hey.
Did you
Steve,
watch
call
Maniac
Steve.
Cop?
Okay.
Was
We
I
already
noticed?
got him though. He ruined the
call
whole
Steve?
section.
Call
I
him
already
again.
did. I'm not gonna do it
He-
again. I know that's his duplicate clone.
I
Yeah. We know
sorry,
where
I missed
Steve
your
is.
call earlier. I didn't have
He's
the phone.
beside a key. Yeah, your Duplicon Decepticon self ran out and came back and swapped skins real quick around that lizard type ATM digital screen
Right.
plasma
Yeah.
skin you got.
So the question
right
is,
now.
where's
lizard.
Steve?
Alien.
Lizard
New
Steve.
theory. Steve's an alien. Steve's an
Where's
alien.
real Steve?
It could be true. You know why? Because they proved
I think Steve is
aliens
everywhere. He's like
exist.
background
UFOs
radiation,
are real.
Proof?
like the weak kind. He just
Steve's
emanates through
every
It's like
woman.
everything.
smooth.
Whoa. Everything is
It-
Steve.
It's
If you
very
look close
confusing.
enough.
Steve.
Yeah,
Steve
ow.
is the past, present, and future of all our deepest dreams. That's what I would say.
Ooh.
That's what I would say about Steve.
That's
Yeah.
I guess we know where he is. Everywhere.
He was inside
No,
us all
I don't
along.
have any.
everywhere.
I've already asked Steve. I've already asked Steve so many questions. I feel like, if anything, I've been talking to him. I've been getting to know Steve a little bit better. But I was going to ask, since this is episode 23, and since people are clamoring to know more about Steve as a person, at the age of 23, Steve, what was your life like? Because now you're a successful musician. You're coping with COVID. How would your 23-year-old self look at this time?
Oh my God. Well, when I was 23, I was in college.
There we
Living,
go.
I think. What was that?
Brag.
Yeah.
Brag. You got
Yeah.
heckled right off the start. Right off the start.
Yeah, and
No,
I was
yeah.
the world was bright and the future was rosy.
Mm-hmm.
And little did I know that the peak of my entertainment career would be having to lie about having seen Maniac Cop. But this is really nice to be here, by the way.
You gotta
But
get off the show, Steve. Steve, get off the show. If you didn't watch the show, get up. If you didn't watch the movie, get off the show. I heard.
He's gonna do it.
Get off the show.
Steve,
I thought we
That's
were all
all right,
gonna
you
watch
didn't
it
wa-
together. I don't know.
Aw.
No, we all watch it apart from each other and then dissect it when we get back here as a group.
It's like 80 minutes. It's so it's
tight.
just a breeze.
Like a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
It's tight.
It's tighter than a snake.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
what
Tighter than a
is what
snake.
And that's hard
Tighter
to do.
than a snake's
yeah.
cloaca.
It's hard to pull
It
off.
starts fast, goes right
Tighter
in,
than a snake's behind.
doesn't stop, ends.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's what you want from
It's
a
kind of
snake.
like a snake. It kind of
It's
just
got
slithers right
a front.
through. Yeah.
It just continues until the end, and then it ends.
Yeah. It's
Just like a snake.
It's like they forgot how to make movies at some point, because we definitely have the
Yeah.
I
formula
liked it,
right
though.
here.
Yeah,
I almost
it's true.
felt duped because after Samurai Cop last time, I was ready for a garbage pile in the shape of a movie.
Right.
Can I just watch
Yeah.
it in the background here while we're talking, and then I'll be able to up to
Yeah.
speed?
And go into the past 2 hours so you're not
this
going to be
was
showing
really
up
good.
late. It was really good. And it made me think about police brutality because what's interesting about this movie is that the killer is an ex-cop that they thought was dead, dressed up as a cop, performing murders. And once they catch it and find out
Obviously,
that it's the
spoiler
cop,
alerts.
Well, don't spoil
Well, I mean,
it for
yeah.
Steve. Don't spoil it for Steve. He's watching
it's
it
too
right
late,
now.
I guess.
It says here
This is the
Yeah.
there's a
Maybe
film
the
series.
first.
He's
Yeah,
not
it's the first film in a 3-film series. And have any of you guys seen the second Maniac Cop?
You know, I just assumed it was garbage and didn't watch it.
It is actually one of the. If you asked me, like, hey, what are some movies where the second one is actually better and more fleshed out than the first one, I would have to put Maniac Cop on that list. Now,
No
as a
kidding.
downside, there is
Thought
not
it was
nearly as much Bruce Campbell, and obviously no Tom Atkins. Spoilers, you know.
Big down
Yeah.
word.
Which one was Atkins? The like
old guy?
cop,
He-
the alcoholic
yeah,
cop that was on the case.
Yeah, McCrary.
McCrary, yeah. His gun
McCrary.
discharged after his
Yeah.
partner died.
I like how he responds to that. He's like, "Well, you tried to kill yourself," and he's just like, "My gun went off." He's pretty much says to the other cop, he's like, "Hey, don't be a fucking dick about it," you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
It happens.
None
Why
of your
do they
business.
give us
If I
guns
shoot
if not to
myself, that's my business.
Yeah, sometimes they go off.
Let
Um,
Deal
cops
with
shoot
it.
by
We move
accident if
on.
it's aimed at themselves, I say.
I like that we don't know either whether he really did try to kill himself or if it, went off by accident. He's a pretty good
Oh, he
liar.
definitely tried to kill himself.
It seems
Yeah.
Every time we
it
see
seems
him
like he probably tried
asking
to.
for a tab from the bar and being like, triple doubles, please. Thank you. I'm working through the grief from my partner dying. Thank you.
Did anyone else think it was hot how the policewoman put away beers like that?
What, Mallory the cop?
Yeah. When they're out at the,
Well,
she's just like, yeah.
I
There's
don't
nothing
think
more
that
attractive
any
about a
cop.
woman than debilitating alcoholism.
I'm just
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
she's
Low expectations.
Maybe not debilitating.
Yeah, no, actually, she's
she's
functional.
definitely functional. Yeah, for
Functional
sure.
alcoholic. That's what you want.
I-
Find
all I
yourself
meant
a
is
girl
that-
who can.
Alcoholic who gets the
Functional
job done.
alcoholism.
A successful alcoholic.
Find yourself a
White
girl who can
people
An
functional
alcoholic who cooks
alcoholism.
well. He does well for himself as an alcoholic. Yeah, it'd be like, as an alcoholic, despite having to drink like a bottle of vodka to get through every day, I've been publishing new best-selling books every month. You'd be
Actually,
like, all right.
that's Stephen King in the 80s, bruh.
And then for some reason, the vodka is flavored like bananas, and all of a sudden,
Oh
there's
my
a
God.
coin on the market called
Nine
Banana
bananas
Vodka Coin.
vodka.
Mhm.
Steve, if you could get 2 tokens for every 1 Banana Vodka Coin that you paid for a drop down on the initial coin offering of Banana Vodka Coin, which is a cryptocurrency used specifically for purchasing the nips of banana vodka. Would you want to invest in that business idea? Be Vodcoin. Co-founders Jason Gallagher, Ezra Pryor.
What's the
Right.
Weiss rating?
He's trying to watch Maniac.
That's a great question, Steve.
Yeah, I don't know.
The first of
I have no
all,
idea.
the issue that we're having right now with the FTC is that technically, because it's not a coin and just the bottle cap on the Vodcoin nip, it can't be
Legal issues.
legally considered to be blah 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 blah. But
Yes,
we're
tender.
thank you. But you can
So it's not-
trade.
Quicker way to buy banana vodka.
This is sort of like an analog cryptocurrency, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
It's a
retro,
better
which
way.
is very now.
Yes.
Retro is very
Quicker-
now.
Yeah.
A quicker transaction route for banana vodka purchases is what it is. It's
Sort
like
of
the
like
Litecoin
based on like
vodka
Fallout,
coin
Fallout
transactions.
series, like
Quick
bottle
speed.
Oh
cap.
yeah,
V
yeah.
vodka coin, quick speed.
Yeah.
Say you
Yeah.
need 3 nips fast. Quickest way to get them, V vodka coin. You order 3, right down your throat, and you already drank them 2
Yeah.
seconds later.
So yeah,
That's
like
fast.
technically
Vodcoin.
we can't like take your money and then give you Vodcoin. You
No.
have to buy the full bottles and then
No.
you have the coins. But once you have the coins, you can trade them in for more Vodcoin. So once you buy
right.
in, you effectively
Yes.
have like an infinite supply of vodka.
Locations.
Right, and
Okay.
then the value of
Send your
Vodcoin
email, and
is
we'll
going
send you the
up.
location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll let you know when the ICO opens. We're asking for
It's a shortage.
10,000.
There's only so much banana vodka. There's
Um,
only so much
10,000.
banana vodka is
And,
the
yeah,
reason people are buying in
per-
on it.
You were solely
$10,000?
responsible for all these gifts, right?
Well, yes, $10,000. We will take crypto, so that translates to like half a crypto right now. But
This is all
yeah.
you.
We're just
Okay, so
joking. We don't. I mean,
you want half
we're
of a
we're
Bitcoin
half
for
joking.
how much?
I'm having
much
trouble
vodka?
following.
well, it's one cap. But like I said, once you have the one cap, you can just
Bitcoin is
get
like
another.
0.0000001%.
So one
Bitcoin.
banana vodka cryptocurrency is worth half
Gets
of a
you
Bitcoin.
one nip of banana vodka.
Yeah, but you
Okay.
can.
Every nip.
But
Every
you can use
coin's
it.
versus a nip. I thought
It's just the
Jason and I
cap
need to
though,
talk
not
about
the
this.
nip, just the cap.
You do the trade of
Yeah,
the
Steve, I really
cap.
need you to hear the part where you trade in the cap and you get another bottle because that
You
bottle's
trade in
going to
the
have a
caps,
cap on
yeah.
it too. So we're talking about a capless, or rather, an
And
endless
write
cycle
down.
of
Write down.
caps and
So,
vodka.
okay, so
Yeah,
the
read
supply
the copy
continuously
itself.
Oh,
Yeah,
continuously
it feeds itself.
accumulates.
Yeah.
is
As
that
long as you
Hindi?
keep popping caps off those bottles, yeah.
That's right.
I've never even
No.
seen banana vodka. Where do I find it?
Banana
Oh.
vodka is a thing. It
It's
is. That's the whole
I
joke, because why would they make like even a fruit like vodka is kind of rough, but then it's like, oh well, I can't handle fruit vodka, but the one I can handle, banana vodka. Like for me, that like I like bananas, but they also have that souring effect. And vodka, I've definitely thrown up on. So I get bananas and vodka. I'm just drinking the throw up of my past. I'm pretty sure. You know.
okay. Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
That sounds
And
appealing.
that was last.
vodka
That was
mix,
last
like
Sunday for me.
99
Yeah.
bananas is like
99
the
bananas. Yeah.
sorority girl who drank like Bacardi coconut in college
Well, yeah.
and then dropped out of college and is not doing so
That's
great.
right.
So yeah,
Maybe
Maniac
hang out with
Cop
some
is
snakes.
a film about
Let's get into it.
the transition of a Rockwell version of police work, which in and of itself is a facade to hide
Norman Rockwell, yes,
the deep
yes.
issues that police work has always had. But it's like,
Right.
so you see this like Norman Rockwell style police officer, but he's like murdering people, you know. So I found that really interesting. That it's kind of like it represents the way that cops have kind of come out of mythology and into reality as they've become more like
They're
weaponized
people.
and shit. But
Yeah,
this
yeah.
version is like he's got the white gloves and like the pointy tricorder or whatever the fuck. And
Was interesting. The white gloves were extremely interesting. Like the only time we get him as a non-maniac cop is in the opening credit, where like underneath the credits, he's attaching his name tag, which is very interesting for a movie where they throw a lot of red herrings your way, you know? Is the guy with the raspy voice who's a weirdo the maniac cop? Is Bruce Campbell the maniac cop? Is the McCrary, the detective whose gun went off, the maniac cop? You know, they throw a lot of things your
Steve
way, and it's a
Yarbro could have
little
been the
bit
Maniac Cop.
of a
That's what his boss said. He was like, "You sure know a lot about the Maniac Cop. Maybe you're the fucking Maniac Cop."
yeah, I love that. There's a
yeah.
lot of
You know who'd
paranoia.
be disinterested in the maniac cop?
Richard Roundtree, who played Shaft.
Yeah, Shaft.
A great.
And
Richard Roundtree's great.
once you
As
like
the
kind of
police commissioner or whatever.
get closer to the mystery, you're still not sure if it's like supernatural or not, you know? Like
Yeah.
I thought the
It-
girlfriend like maybe raised him from the dead or something.
The
Mallory,
reveals,
the,
Yeah.
the less
the
sense
female
it makes.
cop, shot him
This-
so many times in the chest, and
The
I was like,
enabling
In the
mother
face!
character.
Yeah,
She's
the
like,
that's a bulletproof
I
vest.
definitely shot him in the
That's a bulletproof
face.
vest. Like, that's not supernatural. And then hard cut to her and McCrary at a bar, and she's like, I didn't just shoot him in the chest, I shot him right in the head, and he didn't die. It's like the movie was reading my mind and responding to it.
Yeah.
Like, he's a zombie.
Well, so but later the doctor who pronounced him dead after he is. I guess should we go through the plot before we start to pick it apart?
Yeah,
So
let's.
the Maniac
Go
Cop
for
is a former police officer named Matt. What's his
Cordell.
name?
Cordell.
Matt Cordell.
And
He
know
was
his
a
name
really
from the
awesome cop.
credits.
From what we can understand, he's a really awesome cop, and he gets he shoots first and asks questions later, but he doesn't. He shoots.
Yeah.
He's a real
He
hardcore
shoots bad
cop.
guys.
Yeah, he's a dirty.
He gets
hairy
sent to
fat.
prison for being too off book, and he refuses to take any protective custody, so he predictably gets roughed up in the showers, and he tries to take on all these guys, and they stab him in the face, and the doctor says, "Oh, this guy's dead." And upon later inspection, we find out like, well, the doctor's not so sure. He's like, he's pretty good and dead. Let's throw him in the garbage. So so the girlfriend he had when he was a cop tries to commit suicide and just like twists her ankle forever. And so she
That's just a leg brace forever.
and so she becomes like his like enabler because she explains that she thinks he's going to clean up the city and kill like drug dealers and bad guys and scumbags.
Yeah.
But instead, he
she's
just
like
kills
his Barbara
anybody. It seems like he actually kills more innocent people. I can't
He
for the
just
life
likes
of me
to
tell what
kill,
his
I think.
motivation is.
No, he
Well, the
has
beginning of the
Likes to kill.
movie,
Isn't that guy who just likes to kill? You know, I get the vibe
He
from
just
Maniac
kills.
Cop. Maybe he didn't
Like-
have a motive. He just really liked to get his hands busy because he had those big, strong hands. And I saw him, I'd be like,
huge
oh, I'd
hands
probably
and
be
just
up
got-
murdering
you
a
just
few
got to
people with
use
those big hands too. Yeah.
The name of the
Exactly.
movie is not
What do you
Rational
think the
Cop.
white gloves are for?
Yeah.
I would love to watch that movie though.
It's cops
like,
who go
double
out there-
feature, watch
cops who go out there and get
Maniac
the
Cop,
job
then watch
done by
Rational
murdering.
Cop.
Yeah. All
That would
cops.
be
well, in this, I
All
mean, in
cops.
the 80s, before body cams, you know, in Ed Koch's
Oh, we
New
never-
York, cops just murdered people all the time.
Those body cams really
Yeah, if you
whipped
heard
the
about
cops into shape.
They
didn't they?
Precinct
acknowledged
13?
that in that like moment in the bar where they're showing
Oh, they just
interviews
make
with
this
people
up.
on the TV.
Kidding.
Like people find out that there is a
Yeah.
maniac cop, and they show actual
distrustful.
interviews with black people being like, yeah,
Yeah.
all my friends have been
police.
shot by cops. Of course, I'm scared
Mm.
of cops, and I'm
Mhm.
like, holy shit!
Yeah, in, like, 88.
1988.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
guy
on
says,
point.
of course they kill people. That's why they're cops. And I was like, oh,
Why they're
that's
cops? Because
Oh,
they like
shit.
killing.
Going
That's why
there.
they became
that
cops.
is how I feel, sure.
Yeah,
I
and like
It
agree.
was for real.
he probably had some kind of like brain
I'm
damage that
I'm
just
the
turned off his
pro-police
like.
guy of the show. I
Yeah, he
say,
got
hey,
brain
leave him alone.
damage.
That's not true.
Well, the other
Because
thing
it's
is that he has
fair.
very minimal. They don't have to do very much to him because what was his name? Zadar. Was it?
Robert
Oh yeah,
Zadar.
Robert Zadar.
Roger
Yeah.
Zadar.
Robert Zadar,
Zadar.
who we remember from Samurai Cop,
Naturally, yes.
is a giant guy with, as we
Big
discussed
dude.
last episode, cherubism, which is what it's that. What an adorable thing to call it when your
So-
face becomes giant.
It's all weird.
Yeah.
But like,
It's true, like a baby
congratulations.
angel.
Way to make your like rare genetic disorder work for you. You tall,
Yeah,
handsome
definitely.
man who's
Yeah, you got-
actually a
Yeah.
pretty good
Cast in a
actor.
movie.
Big old murderous paws.
Mhm. That first kill,
I don't know.
that whole first sequence, like we
Mm.
get him putting on his uniform and having his like fancy gloves on, like he's in his like official fancy dress uniform during the credits.
Police get a knife. He has a knife that's clearly part of his uniform that
Yeah,
he
that's a
uses
ceremonial
quite
thing.
often.
Yeah, you could have a
You think
knife.
that's part of their? Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
The
Part
very
of the
first
thing, I guess.
real scene is like so well shot. It's like the woman walking, like she gets shoved into the car. There's that shot of like through the car window of her getting smashed into the glass, and she's like running. She's running through the park. She sees the cop. She runs toward him. She's like, "Oh, thank God, help me!" And oh my God, like props to everyone in this movie for not showing Maniac Cop's face until the very
Oh,
end
hell
of
yeah.
the movie.
Mhm.
Like, I did not expect them to have such, restraint. And it worked.
Describe what his
was
face
like,
looked like.
It was fucking Jaws,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the
Right,
the
save
That's a
it.
twist.
animatronic shark looked like shit. So it was way better without not showing it. Same thing with Maniac Cop. Like he's just a very tall, imposing figure who's clearly like an authority figure. She runs toward him, and then she just lifted up, and there's that shot of her legs, her feet kicking,
Mm-hmm.
and like
Flapping
her
like a
neck
fish.
breaking, and then she just gets thrown, and I was like, Jesus
Oh, yeah.
Christ! Like, I've watched a lot
Jarring.
of people be killed with
Mm.
a neck break in B movies, and it's always so unsatisfying. It's like just such a cop out, no pun intended, that like to not show like a cool
Maniac
like
cop out.
prosthetics, like like practical effects, cool kill. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it broke a neck, but like that looked like her neck was actually broken. Like, I don't know, like the way she got shook and then the way the actress just got thrown, it was very
It was, I don't know
good.
how they did that either. It was compelling because it wasn't graphics. It was somehow done through movement, but she did like twitch. She did move really supernaturally fast across the floor, right?
Yeah, they must have
Yeah,
used a
like,
So who
harness or
knows what
something.
that was?
yeah, maybe sped something
Harness or
up.
something.
But she was
I
a
have
great
no
stunt
idea,
too,
but
stunt
'Cause it
worker
looked like it
too.
would have hurt.
Because
Yeah.
the way he threw her, she's like falling backwards, and he threw her hard too. It was like
my
that,
God,
you know. She's like,
so far.
She's a pro.
yeah.
She's a pro. Yeah, you
Uh,
Yeah.
can learn how to take falls.
I love the following
That's not
murder where he pulls the guy out of the car and like just savages him, and the girl like wipes the blood off the windshield with the windshield
Yeah,
wipers
she's
and just
trying to
drives
start
off.
the car and the wipers start going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
just
was a great
giving
scene.
no fucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Don't clean up
was
the
like an
board, let
attempt
it
to make like
shine.
a solid like Jason Voorhees, like Michael Myers level scary killer slasher, and it
With the
succeeded.
sociological aspect
liked
as
it.
well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know, comment
It
on
felt-
society.
comment on society.
Oh yeah.
It felt like a novella. Like it felt like if a movie is a novel, this movie was more like a novella. It was shorter and wasn't trying to say a whole thing, but leave more of an impression, and it not being as important like all the
Yeah,
all
that's
the
a great
other
way to say it.
aspects of
Like it had a clear thing
Yeah.
it wanted to say, and like
A
and because
statement,
it
not
was
over
short
push it.
and it had like a B movie budget and it was only like 80 minutes. It was like a novella where like a longer, bigger budget movie might like struggle to get its points across, and it's like
They could use it. They could be like for
emotional,
the
like
police.
expressiveness across. Like this just it was just a tight snake. Beginning.
Tight
Yeah.
snake,
Snake.
tightly wound
Yeah.
snake.
Tight snake from beginning to end. Like that's
From
a novella
snake to
for you.
snake.
Just
And,
a
now that
wall
we've
of
been doing
abdominal
this-
muscle.
Thank you.
Now that we've
And
been
I
doing
pref-
these movies a while, I
yeah.
try to point out when like one connects to the other. In addition to David Zadard, we're also seeing Bruce Campbell again,
Robert.
who we watched.
Robert Zadar. Robert Zadar.
It's not Bruce Zadard.
No,
I
it's
think it was
Bruce
'cause you were
Campbell
talking
and
about the
Robert
shark.
Zadar.
David Zdar is
I don't
the
know.
famous professor of I don't know, critical race theory. No, okay, what?
That's who I meant. That guy's in this
I thought-
movie.
Yeah.
Robert. Oh, I thought you were talking about Robert Zadar, the guy that has been in. Never mind. I'll shut
It
up.
is Robert Zadar.
Go
Whatever.
ahead now.
That
Roger
is his
Zadar,
name.
because I also wrote down Roger Van Zant, and I'm all mixed up because I didn't have to write that down at all. But that's the one I started with. That was my warm-up try. I was like, "What is that name?" Roger Van Zant. I don't even
It's
know.
just
if
the
that's
carnival
person.
of one incorrect person trying to speak to another incorrect person, and they're like, "No, my."
I believe you're incorrect, sir. I believe I
We
read
need more volleying.
a headline, or I heard someone tell me about a headline that they read that said actually.
Yes.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
someone's
Anyway,
gotta
Bruce
get
Campbell's
upset.
awesome.
Yeah. Bruce Campbell was.
Bruce Campbell's
he's
in
good
like kind of
this.
like a straight role in this. Like
almost
if this
like
movie was being made today, you'd be like, oh, he must be the Maniac cop, right? And he's
Yeah.
the straight character that's being framed up, and he's got like a couple of good sort of freak out moments, which is one of his specialties. I would describe Bruce Campbell as like a film actor who is sort of acts like a theater actor in terms of like Bruce Campbell seems to always be going for the
Technical.
back of the house.
Proud to say he acts for the back rows. Yes.
Yeah.
He's like a poor
He's
man's
subtle,
Nick Cage.
yeah. He doesn't overact at all. It's like he barely has to act to act. He's like if
No.
there was a infielder
Barely
for a
has to act
baseball
to
team who
overact.
they hired to just play second base, it'd be him. He plays
Well,
second
like we've
base.
seen a lot of Nick Cage movies doing this too, and he's a
Yeah.
good screamer. And Bruce Campbell has that same thing. Bruce Campbell has
He's got a
like
good scream.
this like insane insanity to him. Yeah, he's got like this look in his eyes at times that
He
is
does.
just
Like
Yeah.
Christian
like
Bale. That's why I was
crazy.
saying he's like Christian Bale.
Yeah, he was playing it pretty straight almost the entire time. There was one moment when I think Maniac or somebody like grabbed him and sort of pulled him up from the ground, and he does this sort of
By the
like
end.
slapstick like "Woo!" that was very Army of Darkness, like wacky, like
Mhm.
Wacky. Yeah, twitched out.
like he sort of does this
So-
little "Ooh, I'm getting pulled up." But like
yeah, you look
other
like an
than that,
Xbox
like,
avatar. Yeah.
he doesn't like he's mostly just the hero that happens to have a vaguely similar chin to the Maniac cop.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is
He's
a
got a good
movie
chin,
of,
too.
big
He's got a
chin
good
guys.
Yeah.
I think that he comes off as intense, like the most intense when they introduce him,
Bigger the
and
chin, the better.
he's like yelling at his wife, and like there was a lot of
Being a real dick.
exposition in this film, and one of the points of exposition was where him and his wife just explained to each other like their entire relationship, before showing him cheat, and it's like I get what they were trying to do, and the same is true for like where they show this like flashback, that's like not quite a flashback, but it's like a weird sort of dream sequence that happens right after they describe what happened to Maniac Cop, and then they show it, and it's like, why didn't they just show it? Like, like we could have pieced all that
Wow, that's a
together,
really good question.
but instead they explain it like, and then they show it. And I personally find it annoying when like people critique films by saying this is how I would have done it. But like that was definitely one of those like moments where I was like, the sequencing is a little off here.
I saw the flashback.
You gotta call
part
him
where
out,
he's
you know?
walking along and
He
getting
can't say,
like,
hey.
harassed. And I thought it was Bruce Campbell walking and getting harassed. And it was trying to be like a parallel to how Maniac Cop had been harassed. But it was like present day Bruce Campbell's character, like being led into prison, into jail or whatever while he was awaiting whatever. And he was being harassed because he's a cop. Like, it did not seem clear to me that it was a flashback.
Are we
So,
supposed to
like,
care?
any voiceover or whatever that like explained it was a flashback probably would have been useful to me.
Well, and it's still not that clear, even with like the way that it's sort of put together. It's unclear because
Yeah.
by the end of it, I'm saying, okay, so what I'm getting out of this is that there is nothing supernatural going on. That this guy has always been like just a mountain
just
of
never
a man.
died.
He's
Yeah.
giant. Well, it's that he's very resilient, and he had a terrible coroner at
He
the
does.
prison that just threw him in the garbage without checking. Well, the coroner kind of makes it out as if he's doing it like doing him a favor. Be like, what am I gonna do? You know, he's just gonna keep getting stabbed. So I just threw him in the trash, and then so he
Nothing left to do.
angrily
Throw him in the trash.
is going to take revenge, and then at some point he just is like, I'm just going to kill everybody. And the part where I get lost is that he is not sneaky at all. Like that second death where he pulls over the guy in a car, and then like he's in the middle of the street pulling people out of their cars, and yet he makes it the whole rest of the movie without anybody even noticing that. I mean, he's like 7 feet tall. I mean, that's the part of it. He's got very good luck.
I feel like the parts
That's the other
his
part of his
brain that
personality.
still
Yes,
work
just lots of good luck.
are like the things that he did as a cop, like his cop instinct. So he like
Well,
stops
yeah.
a guy and he's like, get out of the car, and he does a little gesture. And then like somebody who was doing something wrong, stab, throw.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah.
Through that lens, the movie actually makes a lot more sense, because my other question is like, he becomes fixated on Bruce Campbell at the end of the movie, and I can't figure out why, because what does he give a shit about the guy who they're trying to frame for him? It doesn't seem like he has the capacity to be like, oh, I need somebody to take the fall for me so I'll be innocent. But in that context that
Feel
you
like
just presented,
girl
it's
with
because
the-
he's already been arrested and he's put in the back of the paddy wagon. So Maniac Cop is like, oh, I take this prisoner away. But then he drives it off the cliff, which I also don't understand what he's doing.
Yeah, and
Or
then
Or why
Nine,
Bruce
man.
Campbell
It's
jumps
Maniac
on the
Cop.
car. The whole end of the movie is a little suspect, but I like when he gets stabbed through the stomach and you hear him be like, ah! He has a funny scream when he gets he gets impaled.
That part's
it gets kind of dumb at the very end.
I
I was
love
like,
when
am I
the
gonna bring that up because that noise definitely caught me.
I love when the lady beats the older cop with the cane and
Ah!
then like runs off and like leaves the cane there.
Like,
Oh
she
yeah,
beats
just
him until
pounds
his
his
hands
ass.
are literally bloody.
Yeah.
Now I'm
And then
not
she runs
useful.
off
Now I'm
without
not
her
useful.
cane. Like,
Well, I
where
think
are
she
you
opened the
going without your
wound that
cane?
Maniac Cop created because it was on the bandaged area. So I think she just
She's
like
like, now I'm
opened
not
it,
useful.
and that's where the
Yeah,
blood came from.
She was
But
pissed off.
she was definitely like, if she was
They're
trying
just
to
gonna
make a
kill me
clean
now.
getaway, she
Gonna
should have
kill
taken
me
the cane
now.
with her.
yeah. That's not a good choice.
She was pretty good with it. Yeah,
Oh, the other thing is
she was obviously pretty talented with the cane.
there's
Almost
like
pounded. Teach classes, cane combat.
Thank God.
Sorry, go ahead.
there's this scene.
I'm saying it was dope though. It was a dope cane stomp out scene.
There's a scene where
See
he
someone get whooped with a cane. See this movie. That's all I had prepared. Is if you want
yeah,
to see
okay,
someone get
cool.
whooped with
Yeah,
a
go ahead.
cane, see this movie.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
I'm
it's
just
fine.
twitching. No. I'm just twitching out right now. I don't actually. I'm just crazy. I want to hear what you had to say.
No, I'm good.
No,
All right.
you
There's
can't
a
do
scene
that.
where they take like
Come
a
on.
hostage, and
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell shoots the dude holding him, but the bullet doesn't go through him and hit the other person, and that doesn't make sense because he was shooting him with like a 45, and he was like 10 feet away. I take umbrage with that.
It's true. I can
No,
see
McCrary has
how and
really
why.
bad like trigger control. His finger is like on the trigger of his gun.
He's got a spaz
constantly.
problem.
I didn't
Like-
notice that. That's really bad too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's got an itchy finger.
There's that scene where the girl has the shotgun and they're in the car and like she's like waving it around and like it's like pointing at her head at one point and then it's like pointing at the driver's head. That was another gun safety issue that I noticed.
Right.
Yeah, these cops seem to come from a time and place where safety is not priority number one.
Meat and
Oh.
potato family.
And
Meat
like the
potato
awkward
family.
that whole awkward sequence where they introduce this like short police officer with a porn mustache whose only job is to hold her up while the commissioner and the other guy get murdered. I really like the shot that's like through the two triangular windows where it's like you can just see like some of the characters in the background. Like that was a really cool shot.
Wait, where Shaft and the other guy get stabbed?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
a beautiful shot.
That was really good blocking.
That was like higher than slasher movie quality. That was great. Like you were not I mean, you're expecting them to be killed next. You're thinking these are the guys that are going to be killed next. But you're waiting for them to get into the elevator. You're not thinking this is a shot where they're going to be killed. Cuz like you can barely see them through the windows like far at the end of this hallway that you're watching. So you're like they're going to be killed next, but not right now. And then knife silhouette. Boom. Beautiful.
Totally.
Beautiful filmmaking.
And then
yeah.
It's a really well made movie.
It is.
I
And
agree.
our
Simple.
mustachioed porn cop has like the
Awesome.
thickest neck, and he gets killed while still handcuffed to the girl.
Yes.
I again, I hate when
Kill.
people do this, but there was a
Statue.
missed opportunity. He should have continued to be alive, but dying and like bleeding everywhere while she's like dragging him around, because that would have been so fucking funny. Like,
He
Oh,
could like
yeah.
still be like sexually harassing
know,
her and
yeah,
die.
he could be like
They
being
haven't
awkward
killed
and weird and shit.
anybody
Like,
like we have.
Are you sure?
They
you
haven't
don't
killed
wanna,
anybody
like,
like we have.
fuck
so I
me
don't
to
know.
like
You sure you don't want to
Kill me.
and he like shits his pants.
Kill the fucking fuck the kill. That sounds
I think
Shits his
that's
pants
like
and dies.
my favorite Bruce Campbell in this movie is him denying that he's the murderer. That's like my favorite. Like, I didn't do that. You know, when he is leaving with the gun And they're like, should we call this in? The other cop's just like, you heard him. He didn't do it.
Yeah. I knew one of us was going to say that.
Yeah.
That line comes up on chat boards too. People commonly discuss that part and find it funny because it's so like true to stats. Like that's how lazy they are. It's like you said you didn't do it, and then they just accept that.
I read it not as lazy, but just as like I don't feel like
They're looking for an
dying today
excuse. Yeah.
for this situation.
Mhm.
He said he didn't do it. He's got a gun and he's leaving. He didn't do
Take him
it.
at his
That's
word.
what he said. I want to go home with my family tonight. Yep. Sounds good.
Yeah, they're surrounded by dead coworkers, and it's just like,
Yeah.
okay.
Their coworkers are hanged
Yeah,
from the rafters.
I'd be like, I just
Apparently
came
they're
to
I think it's
clock out.
I think it's an unwritten rule, probably, that if you're the last cop left in any given situation, you have no obligation to then go after the thing that killed all the other cops.
Absolutely not.
Nobody's gonna be like,
who cares?
you pussy.
Who cares?
Just like the ghost of cops just being like, avenge our death, you pussy.
Avenge
That's
us.
what cops sound like.
Ezra, what are we looking at here?
That looks to be
I'm just
a
putting up,
young
you know,
Steve
say-
Yarbro.
People can take a break from looking at me. Just have a little extra Steve up in the mix. That's all.
I'm
Oh,
looking at you found my glamour shot.
Yeah, I
Oh,
found
is
Steve's
that-
glamour
is that-
shot. I don't know. I'm
Is
not
that
up to
code
much
for
really.
your dicks
I
out?
feel like it.
Steve, your hair is longer than mine.
No.
I mean, technically, they're both just images. It's not like either of us are in front of Steve or any of us. Ezra, is that you on the right? Yeah. It's really cute.
At a show, so since it's December and now January, it's too cold to have a show. We'll be back in the springtime, hopefully.
Yeah, with that quitter's attitude, what do you think they do in the deep of winter in Russia? You know, the show must go on.
they
They drink
get-
down some whiskey,
They drink a lot of
hold their
vodka
toes
and they
against
wait
the
until
fire
spring.
and get back to work. Yeah. Well,
Are
that's
they
what we're
allowed to
not
play
doing
music
right
in
now.
Russia?
What am I
Yes.
doing? Just stacking technology.
Doesn't
Only in the
Music is gay.
streets.
doesn't seem safe.
Music
Oh well,
is
right
gay.
now maybe not. Yeah.
It's true.
Fun
It was
fact, all
invented.
music is gay.
No.
Huh.
Steve, you
Some
play the
music-
trumpet, is that
At
right?
heart.
Some music is also
And then if they get mad, just go
Saxophone.
at heart.
Saxophone.
At heart.
So,
Yeah.
Jocelyn, because if they get mad, you can just go at heart. At heart.
Or-
Steve, have you thought
That's
the
about
original
switching to
meaning of the
a
word gay.
non
Gay of heart.
wind instrument so that you're less
My heart
likely
is
to
so
spread
gay.
viral load?
Well, I do play piano also, and
Steve.
but my
Steve.
viral.
Wow. Accusations flying through the air as if they were
Oh, I mean,
aerosolized droplets of viral load.
I'm just curious if like Steve is
Steve,
considering
I know.
switching instruments because of the viral load that's going to get blasted around by playing the saxophone. I don't want that to be the case, but
Yeah,
that's
no,
just
I've-
what we're looking at right
Yeah,
now.
he can't
mean,
play
if-
for kids.
If
They won't even
if,
let him play for the kids anymore.
if
Well,
The
uh,
kids
to the
said
kids.
for me, the government would say you can't play for the kids right now, Steve. It's not safe.
in
Yeah.
general, I think
Sorry.
I try not to play saxophone on anyone, so it doesn't usually. I don't think it's a big deal, but
Maybe
is-
that's the problem.
yeah, it is a wind instrument, so breathing is a part of it. The last time I played during the pandemic in an indoor setting, we were all 6 feet away from each other. I don't know if that, like, the wind players couldn't wear masks during that, so we probably were a little reckless. But this was back before we knew any better, back in like May or something.
Mm.
So you're part of a super
When we
spreader
thought
event?
there was just one quarantine hump to get over, and
Yeah.
then
Well, this was, yeah. Well, there was no audience for
It's
this.
like
We
an
were,
exercise class. Just one more pump of COVID. Just
Yeah.
one more.
and then
Yeah.
they lie, and it's
Yeah.
actually
It's
5
true.
more.
And then it'll go away. Just big waves of 6,000. That's all.
yeah.
Yeah, we talk. Sorry. It's true though, Steve. I think you're doing great. I bet you miss teaching. Do you miss teaching music to kids?
No, I teach music still. We do remote lessons. It's
Oh, you do?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Of
For
course,
some
yeah.
reason, I thought maybe the security levels had upgraded. Of course you do. You're a man of your word. If you sign up, they're all Zoom lessons though.
Yeah, right. Like we do
Yeah, that's what you
remote
were
lessons.
just saying too.
Yeah,
He said
and
that last
How much do you
podcast too.
charge a lesson?
Like,
what's that?
Well, I don't
think-
know. What do you want to talk? What are you talking about? Revenge begets revenge. That's what I wrote about this movie. All right, I made sure I say that. Revenge begets revenge.
You watched the entire movie and you
My
wrote a
favorite thing.
single sentence on a big empty piece
I
of
wrote
paper,
down, yeah, revenge begets revenge. Yeah,
begets
I was like, if
revenge.
there's one thing, maybe
and
I'll
then you
develop.
underlined it.
Yes, I write sinister shit. Yeah, I
You
look at
do-
my
well, you
notepad
do
in the
write
morning. I'll be like,
sinister shit.
Fuck it. Oh, you've seen it. Yeah.
I mean, you
No, I
handed
know.
me
It's
your
but I'm.
manuscript one time.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good though. Pretty
The
good
word is
writing most of the time.
manifesto.
I forgot that, Jocelyn. I'm so embarrassed now. I don't remember any of. Writing's a bitch, anyways. I've been writing more. I've actually been getting better. I'm starting to write short stories because I was on that NPR fucking thing. I performed at the Academy of Music, and I'm on an NPR video podcast because I wrote a short story and did a 5-minute video recording from the Academy to a crowd of 300 people. I didn't win, but that's only because the audience were all Huffington Post advocates who had been listening
Whatever,
to
it
our
doesn't matter if
podcast.
you win.
I
That's
rammed
awesome.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, no,
You
it
have a
doesn't.
link to
So
that?
where
Do
was
you
I
have a
going
link
with
to
that
like
though?
the
I
video?
do have a link. I do.
Put it
Oh
in the
no, I
chat.
do. Yeah, I actually do. Yes, I do. I
Put
will.
it-
My dad reposted it and it got like 100 views, which is like
Wow.
pretty good
Yeah.
for a guy.
Oh
Like,
man, I
100
wish my
views.
dad could.
That's like a game where LeBron scores like 10 points or something. To put it in LeBron units, about 10 minutes
Oh
per
my god,
45.
endless.
10 points
like
for 45
LeBron
minutes.
coins, like
Just
cryptocurrency. Oh,
long LeBron
many.
LeBron coin. I guarantee you everyone's trying to make a coin. It's a joke. If you're rich and you can pay someone nerdy enough to make up a cryptocurrency, I think you just have to buy rights
Glasses.
to it
Someone wears glasses
and come
and
up with a
know
funny
them. You're like,
name. A
when
nerd,
you're-
a serious nerd, a deep interweb nerd, a
Jason's wearing
sophisticated
glasses.
nerd, capable of algorithms. It's true.
Jason, write an
I was
algorithm.
wearing mine,
Make an
but it reflects
algorithm.
off the
Yeah,
links.
right.
You wearing glasses?
Yeah.
Uh,
Let it sit
nerd.
around.
These are
Yeah.
just to protect me from UV rays. They're
Shut
not
up.
prescriptive.
From
You
us,
Linux.
Yeah, they're
from
like
me.
blue blockers. I don't.
That's why I
can't
wear
code.
these too.
Write an algorithm.
I can't even
Ow,
do
it does
basic math
hurt.
unless it's like
Yeah.
unless it's
Three,
I would
Dungeons
like
and
to come up-
Dragons, and then
3,
it's
4, 5, 8.
different. If I'm
I would like to
calculating
come
my
up
hit
with some-
points,
KL.
I would like to come up with some algorithms.
okay,
Oh.
let's do it. Let's get on this.
Talk with him.
Yeah.
Just say a regular ass thing, Al Gore ass thing to say. Just a regular
like-
ass Al Gore thing to say.
Oh,
like global warming is real. Something like that.
inventing the internet.
That's good.
I know it's an inconvenient truth,
That's good too.
but it's true.
But it's true. The plants don't water themselves.
These are all
Yeah.
great algorithms.
Al Gore.
I love these.
Al Gore.
Maybe
don't
we
know if
can
we
write
said
an
it.
algorithm that can calculate
I think snakes are tight. Al Gore.
the tightness of snakes.
I
The
need
exact
you to
tightness
cite
of
your
We would be
sources on
so
that
rich.
one, on that algorithm.
We would get famous off that.
Guys, did
We
you
would
know
get
that
famous
Robert
off that
Zadar is only
algorithm.
6 feet tall? He's got like half an inch on me.
Son of a bitch. I feel cheated.
Yeah.
I feel cheated.
doesn't seem
What was
right.
I feeling so intimidated
Yeah, he seems a
about?
lot taller.
It don't seem right.
What do you think is
Seems like a bit
like
of a
the
ruse,
length
even if you
from
ask me.
his
Oh, he's
bottom lip to like where you would call the end of his chin? Like 5 inches? Easy.
Oh, I thought you
Who?
wanted like the word for that area.
Did his face keep getting bigger
No,
as he
like
got
what
older?
No, not 5
I think he
inches.
Yeah,
Are you
got
it
kidding
seems
me?
like part of it
Where-
seems like there was
Bottom lip,
maybe
I
some
guess it could be
alcoholism
5
and some
inches.
plastic surgery.
To
yeah,
What?
enlarge his
1,
face?
2, 3.
he got face enlargement
No.
surgery.
Doctor, it's just it's
No
just not
chin was
big
big
enough.
enough.
Doctor,
His
all the
cheek is
ladies are
thin?
looking
I'm
down
going
here,
back.
and I need them to look up here.
Yeah,
So,
doctor, what woman is gonna want me with this
Addicted.
scrawny chin?
And a
Right?
6 foot
up
tall,
it.
jacked, like pretty attractive
Or a
man.
swollen jaw.
Like, it's not enough. Give me
Well-
a weird chin, doctor.
Make
The
it
And then he went
weird-
on to host
The
the
weirdest
late
chin you can.
late
A
show
big
on
bulbous
NBC.
chin.
A big
Yeah.
bulbous
Big
cherub
bulbous
Can
chin.
we
Big bulbous
can we look
butt
at
chin.
some
Bulbous
pictures of
butt
other
chin.
people with
Here, Steve.
cherubism?
There's a link so you can check it out.
Oh, okay. So I got an extra computer now
Love
for
it.
lookup. So yeah, I can look that up. Check it out. I got an extra lookup computer. I've been knocking this shit back and forth all episode. I got two computers up. You
Film
can laugh all you
after.
want, but you want something on, I can look it up on this extra computer. What was the? No, I'm fucking around. I don't care. I'm trying to remember what someone just said to put on, or if I just
Star
made that up
died in
inside my head.
2007.
Could be either.
Ooh.
Could be either. Who died in 2007?
Robert Zadar.
I thought it was.
Oh my god.
Robert
Look at this
Zadar.
handsome fucking devil. Holy shit.
He's like a living caricature.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can I paste this in here?
And Steve speaks.
Is that can I do that?
Baby gays came up again. What's up with baby gays? The fuck?
Wow, the
Sorry, you guys. I
algorithm
looked up
has
white
you
gloves,
pegged,
too.
Ezra. Like, I think the
Yeah, dude.
algorithm is
I
telling you
know,
to
I
like
don't know
come
what the
out.
fuck's
Like,
going
when is
on.
National Coming Out Day?
Baby gays.
Like, it doesn't matter whether you think you're
No.
straight. Clearly, Google thinks you're ready to come out,
I'm
and
too
like, you should
lazy.
just do it.
I'm too lazy to. No, I don't even know if I'm
Come
gay. I
out.
don't fucking. I haven't even given it a shot. Just fucking
Ezra,
apathetic.
nobody knows
No,
if
I've
they're
never even
gay.
fucking tried. I just
Right.
don't give a shit.
It's
I
not
know,
a
but
thing
you're
you
not gonna
know.
come out of the closet
just
if
a
I'm not
thing that
sure that I'm gay.
Target or Google
Yeah,
figured
we
out,
would
or
be-
Amazon.
We would be really burying the lead. If I was going to come out of the
Guys.
closet on this podcast, it would be in the first hour for sure.
Baby gay. Not only am I gay, I'm also a baby. I was just thinking, is that a genre of gay guys, like baby gay? You know what I mean? Like
I think
he's got that
if I was
smooth,
to venture a
helpless,
guess-
adoring, baby-like quality. The baby gay. What's
Baby
baby
gay
gay?
is someone who has
'Cause it
just
sounds like it could be
realized they're
bad.
gay or has just come
Yeah.
out as gay and is first exploring gay
it's
identity and gay culture. That's a baby gay.
Is that literally what it is?
Yes.
Is that literally?
Yeah, I got
like
that.
the
That's what I
word?
got.
That's what I said
That's
an hour ago.
literally what it is.
Oh. I don't know
Dude,
what's going
what
on.
you were
then, guys.
picturing
I have
was
no
so
fucking
much
idea.
worse. You were like, "Oh, I thought my computer wanted me to look at child pornography this entire time."
Like, but only
At least that's the
no
excuse.
heterosexual child
getting
pornography.
confused.
Weird.
Yeah, that's true.
It could be both, to be fair. It could be both. It's not like it's
Don't
one. it's
sexualize
both, you
straight
guys.
children.
No, it's neither.
That's what I.
It's both or neither.
Weird. Weird.
I'd never do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last 10 minutes we
when
always
the
try to
computer,
get
when the internet
canceled.
starts invading your thoughts,
Okay.
dude, my computer just fake outed me to my friends. I just got fake outed by
it's-
I just got juked by my own laptop.
It's
I
radio
look
waves
like-
that are invading your thoughts. Your
I'm
computer
looking
is
up
just tracking your
terrorism.
movements.
And like
I'm
everybody else
bugged out. This baby.
is like pretty gnarly. Like they're not doing great with their cherubism.
Mm-mm.
Like as
This cherubism is weak.
face
Yeah.
I did not think to
face-
This guy-
see-
changing
So you're-
illness. Like
You're saying that
Robert-
he won the cherubism lottery, basically, right?
Robert Zadar is the Peter Dinklage
He's
of
cherubic.
cherubism.
Wow, yeah, he's got
Like
the
he's clearly
That's true.
a straight
Uh,
hottie who got lucky and his
Mm.
like genetic
Big old body.
abnormality
Mhm.
like didn't change his hotness that much.
Oh my god.
You know?
He really made lemonade out of his cherubism.
Just get my balls
Hell
busted
yeah.
now.
Life
Now I'm
gives
just
you
getting my balls
cherubism.
busted.
You make B movie lemonade.
Cherubism. If we could hire a cherub, that'd be dope. I wonder how much a cherub would cost per hour just to, be around. and
Well,
shit.
are you thinking that it would be like a little person or like a child?
Just want to hang out. We don't have to pay.
What are the odds of finding a cherub like a little person with cherubism?
I don't know.
Can we look?
Oh,
I've never
God,
had a
so
literal
rare.
cherub. Like a physicalized cherub. I guess an adult cherub. It'd be weird if it was a kid.
No.
Or like an adult mentor cherub or something like that, I don't know if they have those out there or not, but I was about to say you asked, but I don't know if you did. And no, there's a deafening silence ringing inside of my ears. But
I was-
revenge begets
I
revenge.
was
I'll tell you that much.
distracted
I don't
by
know
a
if you guys
Google
picked
image
up on that.
search that became
Oh,
overly
that's fine.
intense.
I just want to say revenge. begets
Wait, what's
revenge.
inside of the people's cheeks with cherubism? Because now I'm seeing like these like sort of X-ray pictures, and it looks
these
like
little
they're
pockets.
It seems
of
like their teeth
something.
are like
oh
so it like you know how like have you ever seen baby skulls?
Oh!
You know how like babies have all these
Oh
like
my-
extra teeth in their jaws and shit? I think maybe
Yeah,
it's some
oh
kind
my
of genetic disorder that makes them continue producing the teeth after infanthood or something. I have no idea, but just looking at the
Oh.
pictures, like
But also like cartilage around teeth or like something. There's like definite pockets of
Yeah.
maybe it's cartilage or something. Just extending it out.
I don't like the way it looks
bad
on the
sex phone
X-ray.
operator or something.
It's not it's not great.
What's his face look like when he takes off a mask? It's all fucked up, right?
You're like, doctor,
His face is all fucked up.
no thank
face
you.
is
I
all
would
fucked
prefer
up.
not to have this. That's what I'm saying. The
So-
world was
Well,
blessed.
how
with
did he
rock
get out of jail
fire.
after?
So
How did
Yeah,
Maniac
that's
Cop get out of
Hottie
jail?
got cherubism and just happened to get cherubism that was very
With a body.
symmetrical, that like just was like perfectly on his jawline and like his cheeks and didn't really affect his face too much until later in his life.
so it may
And
be
like
that he
Figured
didn't
it
get
out.
work done. He just developed the problem more or something.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I
pretty
don't know.
sure. And
All I know is there's
he's a
too much
pretty
police
good
brutality. I
actor.
couldn't handle.
Like-
I
Yeah,
couldn't
he
handle
is.
the truth of the movie.
Like he was by far the best actor in
Yes.
Samurai Cop.
He was also like the most. Yeah, he was what I wanted to watch more of. I wanted like a whole like a prequel about just his character
I miss
and maybe
Peggy.
like
I wish Peggy was in this movie.
Oh no, I
yeah.
caught it. This is Robert
As-
Zadar we're talking about.
Peggy's the helicopter flyer lady.
I caught it.
She
Robert
keeps,
Zadar.
she keeps it
Oh
warm.
yeah, the one who got eggs on her.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they spilled eggs on
that was the
her.
last one. Tell
They
her to
spilled
keep
eggs
it
on her
warm.
belly.
Yeah.
Tell her to keep it warm. Tell her to keep it safe and keep
Yeah,
it
yeah.
warm.
She was
That's
like
his
head
I
of
think
the,
about-
like
that movie.
police sex club.
I think
Yeah.
Samurai Cop would have been a million times better if
Sex
Bruce
Club.
Campbell had been Samurai Cop. I hated that actor so much that it was like keeping me from enjoying it to the fullest. I was like, "Oh, this movie's awesome," but this character is
Yeah.
so like unlikable in
He's
every
silly.
way.
Yeah.
In Samurai Cop.
What
The
character?
main
Yeah, the
character
main,
me too.
like-
I was saying I couldn't stand his eyes. He creeped me the fuck out, and his like creepy broism where he could always say the right thing to a girl. Like I'm not even
Yeah,
woke.
I
and
but,
just-
like,
like half of it,
actually
they
be like
have
that in
somebody else
reality.
playing him with a terrible wig.
in reality. It was
His
fucked
character
up.
didn't make any sense to me.
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
understand like what his deal was supposed to be, other than like, you know, he uses women. That's the but he doesn't good
Women.
he's good at fighting, but he
Yeah.
fucking just he headbutts people, and I guess not to go back over Samurai Cop, but he was no goddamn
for it.
I never
samurai.
looked
He had
for it either.
No, he was not. He was not a samurai.
He wasn't he was not paying attention. Also, he had no honor. He was a
He only
dishonorable fuck.
reacts. He only reacts.
No honor. The only person who had honor.
No, he's very
Robert
reactive.
Starr.
Yeah.
And his
Robert
character,
Starr.
I guess. But most
never gonna get
yeah.
that right.
Although he
Robert
also
Zadar.
tortured people, so he wasn't a great dude
And-
himself.
And that
Not
one
just him,
cop
but his
who
character.
didn't know where Samurai Cop was, and his wife got exposed and murdered for his troubles. He's like, I really don't know where he is. He's only been there a week. And Robert Zadar was like, not good enough.
Trouble.
Yeah.
Then
Your
I-
wife
I-
shouldn't
yeah.
have to show one nip.
Don't fuck around.
There
Yeah.
must be a director's cut on that because
That's why
if
they
you
say don't
notice,
fuck around
he
with
rips
Robert-
open her
Robert
shirt and then we
Zadar.
see a
He'll tear her
reaction
throat.
shot, and then when we go back over, her shirt is covering her up again. So they must have been like a little less,
He didn't kill her though.
a little less aggressive. Well, I think
Right.
it was an editing move.
How many guys?
And
How
at
many
some
people
point-
does Maniac Cop kill in this movie? 5, 6?
Well, he kills like everybody that's in the police station at least once. So
At least once.
Yeah,
Okay.
they say more than half a dozen. What is what they say for how many
Oh, no.
people he killed in
Just pretend I didn't.
police
Just try to ask
station.
a question and go on.
She
He
just
killed-
answered your question.
How many kills?
Killed,
Just more
he
than
killed the
half a dozen.
woman.
How many kills?
Kill-
at least half a
Killed
dozen.
7.
He probably killed the girl that was in the
least half a
car
dozen?
with the guy. That's 3.
They
Who
couldn't
did he
keep up
kill
with
now?
him because he left no common trace thing behind.
It was 3 random people.
I don't know. I don't remember. It seemed random. Yeah, it was just random people. He would just pop up and get his murder on. Like one time he was lying in an alley. Popped up from literally just lying in a fucking bag of trash in an alley.
Oh, he.
Now
oh,
I'm
and
all
uh,
aboard with the theory that he's
Campbell's wife.
reenacting his cop
Campbell's wife
past.
with the cut throat. That's 4.
4
And then at that
murders.
point,
Oh yeah.
he started trying.
He's a maniac. That's what
to
he's a
bring
maniac.
Bruce
He's a
Campbell.
normal guy at 3 murders, but whoa, 4 murders. This guy's a maniac.
It seems
Sure,
like
we
he
all
was kind
kill
of a
go with
scumbag when he
healthy
was a
3-person
regular
killer every now and
live
then,
cop.
But then we cool off.
Regular Live Cop, the prequel to Maniac Cop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. That's why they beat the crap out of him in
tagline,
jail
he's
because he
still
was
pretty
big on
bad.
busting cats.
He was a super.
Yeah, he liked to
Yeah.
throw on the cuffs. He liked to nothing more he enjoyed better than busting up the cuffs, busting out the cuffs and busting up
Felt
some
like a
fellas
really
or
like
whatever.
prescient like response to 1980s like Dirty Harry style cops who like break the laws are to get the bad guys are cool
Mhm.
mentality. Like very
Well, that's what's interesting is that it seems like the story takes
Yeah.
place in a time when a maniac cop was infinitely more acceptable, even because of the lack of like body cams and the maybe not acceptable, but easier to get away with.
definitely
Because there was less of a history of people standing up against cops murdering people.
Better days.
I would imagine
better days for crime.
It was tough when you were a cop back in the day. You could just shove
get
your
a-
knife up
What-
somebody's ass
whatever.
for a parking ticket,
yeah.
and then I can't believe he had that ceremonial knife, and that's what he used along with his at the beginning he has such clean gloves, and then they
Bad.
get dirtier and dirtier, and maybe that's a symbol for his conscience or his soul.
It's like a metaphor.
Is it
Yeah, it's
ever
like the blood and
explained
the death. He's a
how-
sign, he's past the point.
Is it ever explained
Yes,
how
he
he
is.
got from the garbage dump or whatever to like getting his own cop car?
I feel like the
I-
coroner like intentionally gave his almost dead body to the girlfriend.
Yeah, what's her name?
Good deal.
Sally. That's
The
Sally
girlfriend gets
Norman.
the dead body. I
Limping
don't know.
Catholic Sally.
Hmm.
Well,
Limping Catholic beauty. That's
Limping
exactly
Catholic
my
Sally.
type. That old limping Catholic beauty. Simple yet complex.
Yeah.
Shines under the light like a fine Irish.
I think it's the most telling scene in the whole movie.
That's what happens when you post up all
Sally, right before
pictures
she
of
gets
that
killed,
dialogue.
she's like, I thought you were going to clean up the town and get all the drug dealers and scumbags, but instead you're just murdering everybody randomly. And I'd be like, yep, that's pretty much the whole movie
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, she
She
believed
blew
in
the
him.
whole moral conscience. She was like, "Fuck." She's acting like she didn't know. She knew, but that's the nature of enabling, you know. As long as the
Well,
other
isn't
person
part
allows it to
of
go
his
on,
like
it's
his
true.
pride to blame because he could have just gone into protective custody in jail, and he was just like,
Yeah.
nope, I'm gonna make like a because clearly if he hadn't been in Gen Pop, he could have made through the time. I mean, you could almost say that it would have been certainly a more like enlightened path to take for him to just be like, oh, maybe I'll just still be a cop when I get out instead
Let me
of
think about my mistakes. Like, think about what I've done wrong and what I could do better.
instead he's like, you want to jump me in the shower? Bring it on.
Bring it
I'll
on,
take you
come
all
on.
on. Yeah.
Revenge begets revenge.
Turns into a lot.
Yeah.
Wrote
Thank
that
you.
down on a
Yes.
piece of paper. Just
Yes, it
that.
does
Maniac cop
every time.
picks up a piece of paper
You,
that
you,
says revenge
you
begets
slew
revenge.
my friend. I will slay that friend. Yeah. Don't ask me to explain it.
I
Now,
love
but it
that
makes
they
sense
like
because the people want
mostly
revenge on the
would, like,
police, and
just
then the
shank his
police
face.
want their revenge
They
on
only
the
shank his
officer.
face. They're like one good thing to the back, and then
You
they're
can't
like,
win.
all right, let's get in there and like
Just
slice
busted
up
up
his
chops.
face real good, get it on the cheekbones, and they're like, nice, looks good.
Yeah, this
Let's
does
leave
make a
him.
whole lot.
Yeah, they really mangled his
I
face
don't know why
bad.
I said that.
Let's leave him in the bathroom. Looks good. Don't want to mess it up by
Yeah,
making sure he's
they
dead.
got their hands
It looks flawless.
on some crazy stuff.
It was a perfect storm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks beautiful.
Seriously,
I'm
let's
just
stay
gonna
so
leave
long
him
for a
as
second.
is.
Give it his little
Like,
beautiful
they're
head
artists,
rest. Yeah.
you know? They're not just shankers, they're shank artists.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
there was real
Yeah.
craft to
I
the
bet
stabbings.
shanking.
I
The art
think
of
that they
shank.
Like to
used
learn
their
how to do a
own
proper
Pretty
shank.
very
signature blades too, that were
Shank
crafted
101.
by
Shank you
one of
very
the
much.
most preeminent shiv crafters in the
Thanks, Mary
prisons,
Shankster.
the prison industrial complex of the 80s. God, what was his name? Leonardo da Vinci.
We got some ship masters on here.
Da Vinci.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, that guy.
I wish I could do the expression that he does where he's like holding the glass of wine. He's like, I can't do it. I can't do the
Oh,
other
what,
one
the
either.
Great Gatsby one where he's like,
Yeah. I can't do it. I
Should we
also
all try
can't.
to? Should we all try to do it?
Yeah.
oh yeah, for sure.
I don't even know what I'm trying to do.
I don't either.
Let me post the GIF.
But I'm
Yeah,
doing it
I
because I'm a
think
goddamn
so.
team player.
Okay, go for it.
I did it already. Made my face tired. I had to really stretch
It's like a
it
big
down the
smile,
center
but
of the
it's like a close smile?
XYZ.
Yeah. Oh
He's like
yeah.
smiling with his forehead more than anything. He's like,
I like the mask.
I can't do it.
Damn these bangs.
Who, me?
Now I can't smile with my
George
forehead.
Clooney. You know, who's the quiet one of the bunch? I just figured out. You want to take a wild guess? Who's the quiet one of the bunch?
Is it Steve Yarbro?
It is Steve Yarbro. He's mighty quiet tonight. I think he's up to something. Steve, what's going on over there?
I
You
think
in
he's
on some
getting ready for
deal?
sleepies, probably,
He's
right?
getting
You getting
Oh
ready
yeah,
for
I know.
sleepies?
I know.
I'm
I'm not
I'm actually
trying to
really
harangue
paranoid
ya.
that anything I say can and will be used against me by Ezra.
Oh, for sure.
Oh no, I have no legal power or interest in anything at all.
Wait, did you do
Yeah.
something that might
I don't
beget
even know why.
revenge to to Ezra?
No,
Yeah, I feel
No,
like
no,
he has
no.
some sort of interest in like
Steve
vengeance.
and I did have a. Steve and I did no. I have a Steve. I don't know.
What did I do to you,
Whoa,
Ezra?
I didn't say you didn't say that. Jason said that. I didn't. You didn't do anything. That's
Okay.
not what revenge
Oh, you did
was about.
nothing.
It was
You
about
did
the movie.
nothing.
Well, if either one of
Jason's
us
being a
tries
little
to
Chris
take
Tucker
revenge,
over here. Jason
it'll
did
only
that.
beget
He
more
slid that
revenge.
in like Chris Tucker. Like right under the blink.
That's the thing about vengeance.
But how does revenge
That's
begin?
it's the chicken who
vengeance,
revenge
I
begins when
think.
someone does
Yeah,
somebody
Don't you need
wrong
vengeance
so
to have
badly that
revenge?
you have to reenact the punishment upon them to get equal satisfaction.
So really, isn't it? You know,
Vengeance begets
Like, all right,
revenge.
I'm gonna match this shit.
like
It's revenge.
like
Yeah, and then the next person's like, "Fuck, you did that shit to
Or-
me." All right,
or
bro,
revenge
and then it's
begets
like, "Oh fuck,
revenge.
you did it to me." Revenge.
Just
Yeah,
the first
revenge
venge.
sometimes.
When does the first venge happen?
Yeah.
First time someone gets upset, duh, up on the hillside when they don't split it 50-50 and one person's feeling walked away hurt, you know?
I don't believe in
Revengeance.
revenge. I believe in devenge.
Revengeance.
That's when you can go
Devenge.
back
That's
on
deep.
your
Yeah.
devenge. That sounds
Let's devenge
convenient.
this
We need
I
to
feel
situation.
like
teach
I would
devenge
devenge a lot of my
to
revenge.
the
That
people.
sounds healing.
Filthy
Steven's a
hamster.
soul minister.
Sorry. I know we're not supposed to talk about what's happening in the chat, but like, wow.
There's
I
a
thought you were
filthy
talking to me.
hamster? Where?
You filthy
Where's
hamster.
your filthy hamster? Which one of us is a
I
filthy
can tell
hamster?
that's not the first time that's been lobbed as an insult against you, Steve Yarbro.
Okay, well, aren't you
Get over here,
perceptive?
You filthy
you
hamster.
filthy hamster. You
yeah.
smell like wood chips.
He likes it too.
That was so
Sick.
abusive.
Oh,
I tried to
smelling
pick
wood
you up,
chips.
and you put a pellet in my
No.
hands.
Steve's a clean hamster. I can tell he shampoos his hair.
You wouldn't believe the things that have been in my hair.
Nuts, right?
Not
Oh,
without
I'm
you
sorry.
telling us.
Twigs, berries, leaves, crumbled up ayahuasca.
Wait,
Nice.
what?
Have you ever tried to sneak ayahuasca into a concert inside your hair?
No,
Sneak ayahuasca into a concert.
I've never seen ayahuasca.
What?
Ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
You get to talk to the spirit gods.
Hey,
You get to talk to the spirit gods. I heard. You go up in the sky and they like put you in this
hey,
big
you got
surround
any of
sound
that
dome with all the
ayahuasca?
lights shining.
Hey,
You gotta look up and go, oh.
I thought it was
Good
pronounced.
It
dang it.
happens. I've read all the reports.
Ugh.
I've read all the reports of visiting the sky gods. Sometimes there's multiple too.
Real
Like they have to
good.
make it past levels.
What's
They have to like really
Shakazoba?
progress
There's
past levels of
levels?
sky
There's
gods.
ayahuasca
To
levels?
get to,
Are you
it's
guys
like
talking about
Mortal
Shakazoba?
Kombat.
Sky God?
Yes.
We're
Once you
taking-
start tripping, yes.
I'm
it's like
intrigued by
levels.
this because
Get to the ultimate.
this sounds fun.
I know,
This sounds
it's dope.
like a VR video game.
You just
And
gotta
I
level
can't
up.
afford like a PlayStation VR, but I could probably afford some
You have to be doing
ayahuasca.
ayahuasca all the time.
So
Yeah.
if it's
get
like
a-
VR, then
Just
I
get
will
a
for it.
DMT vape pen. You can do it every day, all the time.
Just vaping ayahuasca,
Ayahuasca
just
vape.
DMT.
standing at the bus stop.
Just get a
Are
DMT
you
vape pen.
interested in ego
Super
death?
spiritual.
Fall into a trance. Yeah.
I'm
It'll be
interested
like
in
that. They're
ego
gonna
death,
legalize
actually.
this. They're gonna
Like, no
legalize this,
joke.
and people are gonna be high on hash. High on hash at
No joke,
stoplights.
because
I'm
who was
very
making the
excited
joke?
for
Nobody's
the
The
making the joke.
psilocybin
GGGs
I'm not
for
doing
hash
what?
liquid. Yeah. Ayahuasca vape hits. It sounds a little much. It sounds a little hard to meter how much you'd be doing. You might be suddenly like, oh God, I'm too many spirit gods deep now. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fight my way out of this round.
What, you fight
Oh
them?
Lord. Oh Lord. I read somebody wrote a story and they made it sound like, at each level they had a kind of deal. I don't remember exactly, but all the ones I read, not all of them, but a bunch of them wrote about like having to
bunch of stories on,
progress
like,
past
Arrowwood.
levels of yourself, leave your consciousness behind, but you'd actually see something too. Yeah. So I've never
That's
tried
scary.
ayahuasca. I heard they ship it up through southern Texas in through Illinois, and then they send it out east of Philadelphia, where they didn't count those twice, and they should have. Trump would have won. Just kidding.
Do they
I'm glad
make
Biden's
it
gonna be
like
the
do the
president.
shamans make it in South America and then just like send it out here? Is that how it works?
I don't know if
Like-
you even can get it here. I think it's illegal. It's like a
No, you can
something
get it like
narcotic or
because the
something.
plants aren't illegal, so you can buy the plants and then make
Where?
it from your house. But is it ayahuasca if you're not
They only
the
grow
South
in
American
South
shaman?
America. Just
Yeah,
you're not allowed.
I think so.
You'll get arrested by the shaman police if you try to grow that shit and you're not a shaman. Makes sense. They
They're
use that shit to
maniacs.
treat.
They're
Shamaniac
maniacs,
cop.
by the way.
They use
All
it
the
to
shaman
treat-
police, straight up maniac cops.
They're maniacs. No, they use
Like,
ayahuasca
they've all
at
experienced
opiate
ego death.
treatment centers.
They're all like, we are all one, and then they beat the shit out of you, and they're
Mhm.
like, yes,
Actually, I
deserve
honestly
it.
think that
Get
you should be
faded on
required to have a
ayahuasca.
psychedelic experience to be a police officer because
Okay, great.
I think you'd have a lot more compassion, maybe a little more empathy. you'd definitely be a little more understanding about how people's heads work. But that's not
I'd
gonna
say
happen
so.
anytime
Or
soon.
make it worse, or they could just make them into twice as terrible people because they see it all and understand it twice as well with their dick. So they're like, I'm gonna fuck shit up even harder now.
Or you
But it's a new
Could be wrong.
year, you know. It
2021.
doesn't matter. All I know is police brutality is got to go. That's another. Just
Police brutality is not tight, right?
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
tight. It's
Not
nothing like
tight.
Cut
snakes. It's
it
nothing like
out.
snakes. Cut it out.
Like
I did pull up
police brutality.
right
Cut it out.
snake.
In
There we go.
2021.
I like sign language, but saying it as you do it. So it's like for deaf people, but also for people listening too. You know,
For
also,
everybody.
also for people who can just hear around
Really
you.
fair.
People with egos, people whose egos have died, people who can hear,
Yep.
people who can't
They
hear.
need constant caring too.
Yeah, everybody.
I'm so sick of tending to people's egos, to protecting everybody's feelings, to tip.
Right.
No, I'm just fucking around. I don't talk to anybody. There's no room for that. Given that I don't talk to anybody, there's no room for failure of relationship at all. There's a cat though. You know what I was thinking? We
Yeah.
should
You got
just
a cat?
background.
This is my cat.
We should just fade into cat footage.
It's pretty
All our
cool.
episodes should just be fading into cat footage without segue at all or any. Just
Love
you know,
gray
because
cats.
basically
I
it just
love
goes where it goes anyway. So it could just fade into cat footage. You know.
Oh,
That's a good idea.
beautiful.
You know, if everything else fails, you can always just throw on, say, hey, sorry, folks, sorry, things weren't going so well, but I bet you like cats, don't you? Got some cat videos for you coming on now. Cat vids.
Everything's forgiven. Cat.
I think you can
Whoa.
do whatever,
I snubbed
anything
this.
you want. You get away with
Be like,
anything if
Thanks
followed
Thanks
up
for
with a
being
cat
here
video.
tonight, folks. Sorry about all that stuff we said. Here's some cats videos.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Can I tell you guys I snubbed an animal rights activist today? I felt so bad, but I was in such a bad mood because the bank swallowed my debit card and my checks. And I was pissed off because I couldn't get my checks or my debit card. And I was walking across the street and I was like all pissed off. And this girl was like, "Sir, before you walk away, do you like pets? What do you think of animals?" And I just glared at her and kept on walking.
Wow.
Do
Yeah.
that.
Not the time.
I love animals, by the way, but talking to her
You
at
mean
that
like
moment about
bestiality?
animals,
That's what you...
and you can't just run up on somebody and be like, "Hey, you like animals?" I'm like, "I know what you're doing. You're trying to get me to
Okay,
pay for
You're
the
trying to
dog.
get
Everybody-
$12.99 a month to feed."
one at a time. I want to hear everybody's best comeback for that. What would you have said
For
to
what?
to the animal? For don't you like animals or whatever Ezra just said? The lady said to her.
I prefer-
Let's be Ezra's staff writers
Said, "What do
here
you-"
for next time.
She said, "This was her line. Before you walk away, what do you think about animals?" And I wasn't trying to snub her,
Okay.
but I was walking past and I was like, I'm not. So I was like, afterwards, I felt kind of bad, but I was like, it's incidental contact because people are just running at you when you're just trying to walk down the street. So it's not my fault if, you know, I don't want to talk about just fucking animals all of a sudden with some stranger.
I got one.
You know what I'm saying?
I like them way more than people.
Yep.
Class.
I feel like
True.
that's kind of where we're all going
You
with it.
could. I would point it even more, and I'd say I'd prefer them to you specifically. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
To me,
I was thinking something like, I really love mammals. It's just I hate that sometimes they talk to me.
it's true.
or I
Unless you're
only
just-
talk to them.
Okay.
I don't. I gotta go talk to my animals.
Your spirit gods too. Get busy with some ayahuasca while you're at it, and visit your spirit gods in the meantime
Maybe
as well.
maybe that's
So
the
you're
comeback.
doing
You want to
that.
try this ayahuasca?
Back, you just hold her the back of her
There you
head
go.
and you like
Quick
you put
fix.
some ayahuasca in her mouth.
Yeah, you just go.
You're like,
When all else fails, pull out your bag of ayahuasca and make magic happen.
Can you
Just
do
sort of like
that'd be a good
ayahuasca
comeback.
aggressively at someone?
yeah, you do it.
I'm
like
one of the
the
animals.
you do it like the
Yeah,
stock
like the
footage,
Joker of
hold
hallucinogenics.
music woman and
Pull
be
out a
like,
CD case, a Shakazoba CD case. Just start like cutting up lines of
He's like a
ayahuasca on it.
creepy, yeah, he's like a creepy wizard. Yeah. I
"Here
know
you
how
go,
to get
death
results
for
fastest with my
everyone this
vaporizing
Christmas."
powder.
You just have to maintain eye contact the whole time so that you're as intimidating as possible.
That
That's
sounds
good.
exhausting. I'll try.
A tip for that is if you blink, open your mouth at the same time so that there's some orifice that's open and facing them at all times.
Can't.
Oh wait, no.
That'll keep him away. That'll tell him, hey, fuck off. You stay away from me. Really? I don't know if that's
good.
going
I
to
like
cut it.
that.
I carry around a knife. I carry around a knife and I fantasize, hey, could I shank someone if it's all... I'm just getting back to shanking because there's shanking in the jail scene. In the movie Maniac, interesting because it makes it interesting when you worry about a cop getting bullied because he's in jail. Seeing how how fucked up the American
'cause he
system
wanted to get
actually is,
bullied,
because that's
but it
probably
didn't
how that
stop.
would pay out. Is like,
Oh, something just happened to my connection. Guys, we gotta stop. I don't know what just happened, but my computer just disconnected. So that's the end of the podcast.